Back to James Redmond TV and welcome to another live stream. I finally got the name about the show. It's no longer live chat. It's no longer none of this. It's Hamez vs. the chat. I put it in the title a few times and I've realised that's the name of the show. Smash a like if you enjoy these streams and also let me know on any topics, any questions, anything you want to call me out on, because that's what this show is about. It's for me to teach you the football and knowledge which you don't have yet, which is fine. We can learn all in due time. Some people are slower than others. You know, Johnny's already left the school of Redmond. He hasn't been on a stream in a considerable amount of time. And that's because he's got everything that he needs out of class. And everybody, all in due course, will have to say, you know what, I'm just saving people, man. You know. Hope you're all well, though, chat. Hope you've been staying on top of your Bible. And I hope that you've been getting nothing but prosperous results in your life. And I hope that everything's been going amazing. I'll explain a little bit at the end of the stream why I haven't recorded much. Not major, just a few different things. And we will get into it all in due course. Let me shout out the chat first, because I haven't said hello to you in time, mate. It's been absolutely ages. Drunk Vigo says, finally, James Redmond has returned to YouTube. All right, brother. It's been about 6 hours since I uploaded a video. I know what you mean, because you mean uploading in live stream. Fuck you, Drunk Vigo. Not appreciating my work, son. He is right, though. No, I haven't streamed for days, which is a big shame. Shout out to Sky Jocker. Shout out to Devo. Shout out to B. Bickhuff. Fair play, sir. Like the name, Bickhuff, should I say. Exposure TV, going on, brother. And also, chat, let me know if my Wi-Fi is all Gucci, because obviously it's one of those things where my laptop's being a little bit annoying, mate. You know what I mean? Shout out to Yuvraj. Big up to you, sir. He says he's going into year 10 next year. Well, big up, sir. Enjoy. Make sure that you maximise the time there. Get all the lessons in which you need to learn. And yeah, man, I'm proud of you. Well done. It's hard to get through school, you know, chat. You know what I mean? So if you're going far, well done to yourselves and try your best. Don't let anyone discourage you. Techers Dave says, how are we? Good, sir. Smash a like on the way in, lads. I agree with Techers Dave. I think you should smash a like. You know what I mean? Big up to man like Here to There. Big up to Mane. Big up to Eagle MMA. Big up to Max Galliers. Oh, big up to everybody. Thoughts on Van Dijk to Barca? I haven't seen anything of this nature. I have not seen a Virgil van Dijk to Barcelona thing. Do you know what? I suppose I'll entertain that if it's a proper link. But first, chat, I actually want to show you a clip of Jurgen Klopp, which is going to be coming out tomorrow on Liverpool FC TV. Liverpool FC TV. It's basically a clip, which, to be honest, I'm looking forward to, because the club don't actually do that much in terms of interviews with Jurgen Klopp. You know what I mean? So I'm intrigued to see what this is saying. Of course, you've got to take it with a hint of PR. But man like Jurgen, it's always good to see him in an interview with his shorts on, looking flashy. So let's have a gander what he's saying here. Because I saw a bit of this clip, but I thought I'd save it for stream. So let's have a gander.
7.5 years ago, and I don't want to stretch that really, but I said we have to change from doubter to believer. So, and then it was a lot of time. I didn't know that time that this will kind of be a phrase of that period, because we all changed. I was not sure at that time, and maybe I was a doubter in the beginning, but I became a massive believer. But of course, the last years, nearly winning the quadruple, but not doing it actually, and then having the season we had, that can create some doubt. I know that. So what I would like to ask for, trust us. We feel really responsible for what's happening here, and we will do absolutely everything to have a season in the best possible understanding we will never forget. That's the plan.
Me gusta, eh? Me gusta, chat. You've got my trust, Jurgen. Jurgen, you have my trust. When I listen, I listen like as if it's my granddad or my dad talking to me, chat. That's what I feel when I hear Jurgen speak. Not that everything he says is right, but you understand where it comes from. It comes from the place of wanting the best for the football club. And he's got my trust. He's got my trust, chat. It's one of those where I'm in the Jurgen bank, and I want to give him the full reins to rebuild this team, and I hope that we give him the funds and the quantity of players as well as the quality of them to let him thrive in the short term and the long term. I think it's important. So, Jurgen, come on, just let's have a belter season, shall we? But that's the thing. I saw that and I thought it'd be interesting to show you. And of course, I know that we all trust in Jurgen, and it's not necessarily. We don't like to attribute most of the blame to him, and it's not that he's free of blame. just we can't attribute most of it because, I'll have a debate with anybody. If you're Jurgen Klopp out or if you think that he's massively underachieved, I can certainly have a discussion about that with you. I just think that we've got the best possible manager for these current circumstances. I think FSG have hit the jackpot. And that's why I hope that we give him the players that's required to go and have a belter season. You know what I mean? Shout out to Drunk Vigo. He says he looks like he's 75, bro. He does. He's aged quick. You know what I mean? He's aged quite significantly in recent times. But all in due course, all in due course, Jurgen loses a couple of years off his life. Hamez, next season is going to be too tight, especially the top 8. People overestimating their teams and underestimating City. I feel like Aston Villa is cooking. I'm not going to lie to you. Aston Villa is certainly cooking. Diaby was somebody who I would have contemplated at Liverpool. Interesting that we never went in, but I understand we've got other priorities, which all in due course, we wait and see whether or not we go and dive into the other midfielders that we need and the centre-backs that we need. And let's be honest, if we don't get that, that's a monstrosity on many degrees, so I'm praying that we do. But yeah, Aston Villa is showing agency, man. And obviously City, even though they've got Stones and even though they've got Diaz, they're still looking to go out and get Guardiola. And it looks like there's a couple of complications because Liverpool sniped it. On that deal going through, but you're right. I think we need to make sure that we stay on top of our shit. Otherwise, other teams are going to catch you up. Curtis Jackson, a lot of Chelsea fans getting angry about their transfers. Am I wrong for thinking that they're an entitled fan base with their spending? Are they an entitled fan base with their spending? I think we're all entitled to a degree. Chelsea is one of those teams that I would suggest are their expectation is to spend because their success has been built off of spending. So some Liverpool fans are fine with FSG because they've noticed that a world with FSG absolutely works. And if a world with FSG works, then we'll find to trust them. They don't see what could go beyond. So Chelsea, for instance, if they see their team anything below 4th, then yet the majority of their fan base aren't going to familiarise themselves with that position, especially a lot of the younger fan base and fans who have heavily supported the team over the past 20 years. They just don't associate with a European team. And this year, they never even got that. Sorry, last year, they got 9th. So they will need significant spending to improve that team. And if the money's being spent poorly by said owner, then that same said owner needs to find solutions to bring in the right players, which is currently what Bowley's in the midst of. So I don't think it's entitlement by any means, but good question, because I think all of us can be entitled to a certain degree. Do you agree, chat? Shane with a banger of a super chat, lad. Big up to you, sir. Big up to anybody who financially supports this channel. You guys are amazing, and it is what allows me to do this on, I say a daily basis, but I haven't been daily recently, in all fairness. But in videos, I have. So big up to you, chat, honestly. It means the world when you financially support the channel, as well as just like the stream. Just anything that you do to contribute to the success of JRTV. It's boss. Thank you. Shout out to Shane. He says, Hamez, I wanted to be honest, the other night is by far the most terrifying thing I've ever done. I grew up with the Asperger's and ADHD, and socially I've always struggled. Thanks for making me feel part of the family. Means a lot. Shane, first and foremost, I would have never even known that you would have had those private complications with yourself. I'd have never expected it. You were very articulate, you were very well spoken, and you delivered absolute facts, meanwhile having a literal human in your hands. Bless you, Shane. Bless you. Thank you for being so brave and providing us some entertainment on my YouTube channel. It really means the world, brother. And to send me a massive super chat like this, I need to put an emphasis on how much that means, and the words in the super chat is what means all the more. So, thank you, mate. Stuff like that. Do you know what I mean, chat? Cost nothing to be nice. In Shane's case, it cost 20 quid. Call me Pappy. Says, loving the streams, bro. I would personally love Kimmich to come if we could get him at a good price. Do not want Amrabat anywhere near the football club. Do you know what? If you feel that Amrabat isn't the standard, I completely get it. To go from what is Fabinho to then expect Amrabat to be that, I understand why you have those doubts. Also, chat, how old is Amrabat? But Kimmich, I know. I mentioned in a video earlier about... My brain just went completely blank there. That was weird, that, chat. You know what I mean? Do you know when your brain just goes completely blank and you're just sort of thinking in your own mind? Anyway, so the point that I was going to lead to is that, do you know when we lost James Milner? I mentioned this in today's video. We lost an element of versatility. And I think the method of the madness of Klopp keeping James Milner, or wanting to keep James Milner, which is something that we all know, is the fact that he was versatile, he was reliable. Think about it, chat. He was available all the time. So even if he was only going to play at a 6 or 7 out of 10, sometimes it did get worse in the end, you know what I mean? But in the main, James Milner was boss. He was I call him James Milner Neymar. Call me shameless. I'm fine. I'm fine to be shameless. I think he is one of the most underrated, but definitely one of the most respected players. I just don't think people realise how good James Milner was. Not at the end. At the end, he needed to go, and I agree with that. But I think the reason why Klopp wanted to keep him is purely on the premise that if you let go of James Milner, who's out there that can do that role as well as James Milner? There's two names I'm thinking of. And when I say that role, I mean a guy who can play at right mid, centre mid, right back, left back, and do it all at a good standard because he reads the game like that. So that's why I'm thinking to myself, if we got Kimmich, he's someone who adheres to that standard and that versatility. If we got someone like Marcos Llorente from Atletico Madrid, chat WRL, is that a shout? He can play right mid, he can play right back, he can play centre mid. A good all-round player. And that's why I recommend the idea of getting someone with strong versatility in the midfield, as well as a CDM, as well as a centre-back. If we got those three covers, a versatile player, a CDM, and a centre-back, oh, chat, we're cooking. Oh, we're cooking lovely gravy. You know what I mean? Marcos Llorente as well, he's a good player, man. He's a good player, and he does multiple positions really well. And if we don't go out there and get these signings, and we don't think about what James Milner brought to our team, I'm not trying to say we should have kept him. And yes, we've needed to replace James Milner for the best part of 3 years. That being said, if you get a Marcos Llorente or you get a Joshua Kimmich, is it unlikely? Of course, but it shouldn't be. When you've got a crest like Liverpool, it shouldn't be. And if we were winning all these years and we were the best team in England, Kimmich is having less doubts on should I go to the freezing cold Merseyside because now I'm winning trophies. And if I'm winning trophies, that's all that matters. That's all that matters. If that's all that matters, then that's what we need to become. Now, it's much easier said than done when you've got state-owned clubs like City and now Arsenal are being more ambitious with the spend, and it's hard to keep up, correct? But you can go out there and get a James Milner replacement. It's not impossible. It's not out the realms. He's not generational. He's great. It'll be rare to see another James Milner Neymar, but he's not generational. He's replaceable for the short term. So that's my thoughts. Big up to you, though. Call me Pappy. I appreciate that super chat, sir. Absolutely love from Jorge, who's always contributing to the streams. Hamez the GOAT. You know what I mean? Do you know when you've just got mates who like to just say that you're the GOAT? You know what I mean, sure? Boss. Thanks, everyone. I've had a lot of judgments my entire life. I've loved Liverpool FC since I was a kid, and I've been a fan since the 90s and beyond. You'll never walk alone. Shane, you've always got a place on this channel. Chat, make sure that you all know that as well, by the way, that you've all got a place on this channel, mate. Do you know if anyone's giving you shit, James Redmond is on your side, and the community's on your side, the chat's on your side. Don't think that if we disagree on a footballing opinion or we have a little bit of banter, don't think that we don't love you. It's nothing but love on this channel. If you don't spread love, you have no place here on JRTV. Good vibes only, fam. Stats doesn't mean anything about being good technically. It's on the eye test. Festus, who are you having a fight with? Festus? You're at Festus, aren't you the same guy who licks Darwin Núñez backside? I'm just saying. Chat, did you see Darwin Núñez's goal? I'm not trying to be our last on Darwin Núñez. I'm not. I'm just trying to say you're onto the way it looked a bit dodgy. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, chat. I'm not trying to be a prick. Ronald says, greetings from Barbados. James, big up to you, sir. Panascaus, man, I hear Caicedo stated he wants to stay down south. Yeah, why wouldn't you? Chelsea are offering double the wages. Not only that, they are actually they're going to offer him more wages. It's more in an area that he's going to be more comfortable in because London's just got that pull, man. You know what I mean? Are you on to that young left back from AZ Alkmaar, that team in Netherlands who's just joined Bournemouth? Bournemouth's a nice place, I assume, which is why he's wanted to go. But it's just a mad signing. Good promising left back joining Bournemouth. Mad. Hey, Caicedo, yeah, man. He's not coming to Liverpool, chat. We need to get over that. Quickly and swiftly. Crystal Palace midfielder, Cheick Doucouré, is definitely a player that Liverpool are looking at. He is the mix of potential signings. Chat, what about this dude? Is he even a good dude? Is he good at footy? Is he good at footy? Lavia is not the man for Liverpool. Thoughts, James? Says James Richards. James, I'm not going to lie, say I disagree. I think out of all the options, he massively adheres to what we want to get. A ball progressor. I think he lacks in the defensive element, though, so I see what you're saying there. Cheick Doucouré fits that defensive midfielder role more, and I don't mind Cheick Doucouré, but from the little I've seen. But I don't know. I just think, league winner, 70 to 80 million. This is the problem, chat. So this is why I said the title, the transfer window. The transfer window has just got interesting. Reason being is because think about it, chat. We're paying 50 mil for Lavia. We're paying 70 million possibly for Cheick Doucouré. Palhinha, I've seen quoted at 70 million. So, chat, where are we getting a CDM? We need to find a fucking gem. Is there no one who got relegated who's below 30 million who's boss? Or is there anyone in the Bundesliga? What's a league that has cheap? What about RB Salzburg, chat? Have they got any good DMs? Because we need to find a solution here, because we're not... But we've just sold 50 million, so we should have a bit of money allocated away. And apparently we were going to get a midfielder regardless of if players went or not. Therefore, I'd expect that we have at least 100 million, or 75. But we do need a DM. Do you think Montiel would be a good right back? I'm not too sure on who Montiel is. Is he a good player? Because if so, I'd entertain it. I'd entertain it, mate. Call me Pappy. Sends another super chat. Big up to you, sir. Amrabat already turned down Liverpool because of the weather. If the fact that playing for Liverpool isn't enough for him, he can stay where he is. You know what, sir? If people want to turn us down for the weather, then I completely understand, to be honest. And it's not like he's that good, so I'll lose no sleep. It's funny, though, because he's linked with Man United, and it's not much warmer there, you know what I mean? It's not much warmer there. So I don't really know the understanding behind why he's being selective on where he goes in the Premier. He's still going to be getting the books, you know what I mean? Chiktakore has had a good season at Palace, like Caicedo had a good season at Brighton. There is no difference between the two. No, there is differences. Caicedo covers more yards than Takore. That's just like saying any CDM who's had one good season is the same. It's not the case. Disagree with that fundamentally. But I understand what you're saying, like the very overpriced of the fact that they have had just one good season. It makes a lot of sense. By the way, it's 350 people in the chat. Let's smash those likes. Let's get them up. Let's have a belter, mate. Chiktakore, 60 to 80 million. He was their player of the season and played amazing against us or Aston Villa. Kamara, 50 to 70 million. Yeah, everybody is priced out. Chat, is there any good, centre mid CDMs for cheaper? Because we don't only need a CDM, we need a CDM, a centre back, and ideally a versatile player, kind of like what James Milner was. The versatile player is less significant than all the rest, but still, it still holds something in terms of the all-round significance and flow of the team. James, finally, the W streams are back. How did the window just get interesting? Please, good news and not bad news. Graduated today and don't want my day ruined. Harris. Chat, let's get the W's in the chat there for Harris. I've just headbutted my microphone. Let's get the W's in the chat. Second of all, sir, the reason why it just got interesting is because we're going to be paying 100 million for players that have had one good season. That's the point that we're trying to make pretty much. And on top of this as well, it just got interesting because are you seeing one name that we're linked with that is below 50 mil? Because I'm not seeing one. And that's the only issue I've got. I'm thinking, where are the CDMs? And it's because, chat, they all know we need CDMs. They've got no agency to sell Takore. Southampton have got no agency to sell Lavia. In fact, they've got more agency to sell them for more with the City clause. So now they're seeing, okay, they're letting go of Fabinho. They've just got 40 million for Fabinho. They got money. 70 to 80 million. Who wants them? It's bullshit. Absolutely bullshit, chat. By the way, big up to Harris who graduated today. That's fantastic. Breaking news: Mbappé for sale. That's bullshit. There's no way that can be true. No way. Wait. Don't go anywhere. No. Wait. Oh shit. Not that it concerns Liverpool anyway, but chat, yeah, this is something. Fabrizio Romano says Kylian Mbappé has been left out of the Paris Saint-Germain squad for the pre-season tour in Japan. Decision made by PSG tonight. Now, understand PSG consider Mbappé for sale. Paris Saint-Germain feel Kylian Mbappé wants to leave. But you know what, though? The same way that Kylian Mbappé is for sale to clubs in Europe is the same way that a Lamborghini is on sale to James Redmond. Like, yes, is there somebody out there who would let me buy a Lamborghini if the Lamborghini was affordable by said James Redmond? For sure. But I can't afford a Lamborghini, chat. As much as I appreciate the super chat that's going back into the YouTube channel, it's not going towards a Lamborghini. The exact same way. Who the fuck's affording $1 billion for Mbappe? Mbappe can be for sale, but if he's on sale for $1 billion, then where's the for sale part? Because yes, he's on sale, but none of us can afford him, so it's not really for sale, is he? Like the way Barcelona do them $1 billion like buyout clauses, and not one of them have been activated. Like that guy, Ariel Romeo, he's just gone there and he's on a 400 million release clause, chat. That's what we're talking about. So I understand he's for sale. I still don't really buy into him leaving anywhere for a significant amount. Mbappe to Liverpool, Madrid already spent too much. Nah, I'm sorry, Mo. I know that you're dreaming of it, sir, but it's just not going to happen, unfortunately. Slap a bid for Valverde now so Real can afford him. Hey, listen, if they want any assistance by giving us Valverde, don't mind if I diddly do. Because Valverde is one of those. I think he could play a good versatile role, but he loves Madrid too much, man. Do you know what? Everyone at Madrid chat, they kind of look at Liverpool like little man, you know what I mean? Like, we are their second choice. We've just got to admit it. Tuchemani laughed at the idea of joining us, and then you've got man like blimmin', what's his face? Valverde, who literally, like, ejaculated at the thought of smashing us in the Champions League final. So we've got a couple of issues. Forget Mbappé talk about the players we have. Okay, so you're the type of guy to just want to talk about Liverpool, huh? Well, did you know this is a football show, player? Call me Pappy, smashing it with the super chats tonight. Big up to you, sir. He says, who is going to pay for Mbappé? Everyone knows he wants Real Madrid, and Madrid can just wait for next year to get him for free. I think benched until 2024. Nah, that would be wild. We got Mbappé. Here we go. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. It's happening. It's happening. It's happening. Stay calm, everybody. Stay fucking calm. Bayern want 51 million for Kimmich. Is that confirmed, though, or is that just like a noted source? Is that confirmed? Because if so, we should be jumping all over that. But again, though, will he want to come to freezing Liverpool? Will he take lower wages than what he'd take at any other club? Because if PSG go in for him, he's getting 3 times the wages than what he would at us. If Man United go in, City go in, Chelsea go in, anybody, he's getting 3 times the wages of what it does to us. So we need to see, the competition, and 2, what does he want? What does he want? Does he want money? Does he want to play for a club that's going to adore him? Does he want to play for a club with history? I don't know what he wants. So whatever his priorities are at, I don't know. If you list his criteria of what's an ideal football club to join, I don't know if it's Liverpool. I don't know. So that's the only thing that questions me. Big up to Rem, who just sent a super chat and didn't say nothing. I don't know if you never meant to say nothing, sir, but if that's the case, thank you for the support. You're an absolute legend. Do a whole show in American accent, James. I'm good. I like to maintain viewership. You know what I mean? But I do like to break into it sometimes. It's pretty darn cool, you know what I'm saying? If Madrid get Mbappé, they will need to sell someone. I am thinking of a certain French midfielder at Real Madrid. Do you want me to tell you why I'm not thinking of Tuchemani? It's because he literally, like, laughed at the idea of wanting to join us. You know what I mean? Like, do you know when someone likes a tweet confirming Tuchemani is not going to go to Liverpool, and this tweet just so happens to come from some meaty dude on Twitter? I think that means something. I think it means, like, leave me alone, you obsessive fucks. You know, like the way we was with you, Bellingham. Chat, we do have a bit of a problem with being slightly obsessive with players and stuff like that. So I think that's something that needs to improve. Mbappé will be sold this summer. PSG do not want to pay the apparent 90 million loyalty bonus in his contract, as well as allowing him to leave on a free. That's right, Harris. That's right. Big up to Sean for the super chat. Thank you, sir. He says, think about it. Celtic has 60 million. We have 52 million in offers. Then we only need another 50 mil. The sponsors will pay his wages. Let's stream. Let's go. I was thinking where he was going when he said, let's sell Luis Diaz. I was thinking, huh? But if it resulted in getting Mbappé, then I'm not going to say no. You know what I mean? Chat, do you want me to tell you, Dom? I wouldn't take Mbappé, you know. Is that a W or an L? Is that a W or an L? Because do you know when you say, James, no, you must take Mbappé, you're stupid for not wanting to take Mbappé? You are thinking of the idealistic world where Mbappé comes to Liverpool, scores us 50 goals a season, and he's amazing. And he's amazing. He never causes any controversy. We're never going to become reliant on a player like him. The thing is, if we brought in Mbappé, we would do all those things. We are breaking the wage bill to have said player even play for us. Not only this, we're then buying a player with a huge attitude problem, which is being showcased at PSG, that the brand of Mbappé is prioritised above the club. That does not align with the culture of Liverpool. Now, I'm not trying to say we're all perfect and this player can't play for us. I don't make the rules. And again, if I had to take Mbappé, I'm not going to cry. I'm fine with it. But would I go out the way if I am a financial advisor or if I am in a board of director position at the club? Am I suggesting let's act on Mbappé? And I weigh up the pros and cons. I think there's a lot more potential cons in the future that massively outweigh the short-term benefits of getting a Kylian Mbappé. And yes, if it meant us getting a Champions League or Premier League guaranteed, that's fine. But he hasn't won a Champions League with PSG, therefore, how can it be guaranteed with us? And even though he's won the league with PSG, I don't think we can just say that's been solely down to Mbappé. So therefore, it still doesn't guarantee us the more trophies. What it could guarantee us, based on what we know, he's never won a Champions League, but what we do know is that he's caused a lot of shit. And for said shit, And for the fact the brand's become so huge, it causes a lot of political problems at the club. And even like a player that size, it can get a whole wide, not that we should care what people think, but it gets a whole wider fan base having a go at your club when that player leaves or if you mistreat the player. Think about it. When Messi was hated at PSG, everyone hated, like PSG fans hated him. Everyone hated PSG. PSG fans hated Messi. Everyone else hated PSG just because they didn't like Messi. You were like, what? How do you not like Messi? You've got the GOAT at your club. I thought the same. But that's just the way that football works, chat. So I think it's a huge risk and a huge problem to get a player like Mbappé with all those political issues. If Mbappé was to come, Salah, by the way, I'm going to answer those super chats, and thank you to those who have sent the super chats. I will make sure to get into those. I'm just going to make sure that we stay on this topic because few interesting points in the comments. If Mbappé was to come, Salah would probably leave, so his wages would be put towards Mbappe's. This guy would do Salah numbers minimum. Trust Klopp to control his attitude. Most players have loved Klopp. Right, I need to delve into this one. That's an interesting point. It's one that I massively disagree with as well. Okay. So for Klopp to 100% change Kylian Mbappe's attitude, you now need 100% guarantee that he's changed other players' attitudes. So what player had a bad attitude that Klopp then changed to now where he's got a good attitude? Because I think a lot of the players that Klopp has brought in has been humble. Even when I go back to the Dortmund days, Gundogan, humble, Lewandowski seem to be humble. I'm not trying to say that he's never turned around a bad attitude, but I just want to know the conviction of, I don't dispute that he makes people better. I don't dispute that. I agree that he makes people better because he gets them into his system perfectly. It's like a perfect piece to a puzzle. Like what he did with Salah, going from 18 goals in Serie A to 30 to 40 goals. So the first point I want to dispute is that I don't think there's anyone with a significantly bad attitude that he's changed. In fact, I think Jurgen Klopp actually turns his back on those people. Not in a bad way, but I think if you don't want to play for this shirt, Jurgen Klopp said it himself, you can go. Chat, is that a W order now? So we've not got examples of Jurgen Klopp going out there and changing bad attitudes to good attitudes, but what we do know is that he will get someone with a good attitude and fit him correctly and efficiently in his system. So I don't think we can, just because Klopp has done a lot of miracles, I don't think we can say he's a miracle worker in all realms. And in terms of changing someone's attitude, I don't think that's what he would do. The second thing, the guy would get Salah numbers. I don't dispute that he could get Salah numbers. And I don't dispute he'd be a better long-term option. But again, that's in an ideal world where Mbappé loves Liverpool and we love him and there's no problems. And think about it. The guy wants to leave PSG after winning the league every season at PSG, but they've missed out on a couple of Champions Leagues. And he puts the blame on the club who went and bought Messi, Neymar, Donnarumma, Gini Wijnaldum, all these players. Sorry, I know that was a bit shameless to squeeze in Gini Wijnaldum, but you get the point. It was like still a decent player. You know what I mean? And the point that I'm leading to there is that even though he still puts the blame on the club opposed to himself, it's not him why he never, it's the club. So if it goes well, it's kind of like Ronaldo syndrome. If the club is doing bad, it's the club's fault. If the club's doing well, you have to put a lot of emphasis on Ronaldo. You've got to. The same way that Mbappe kind of has that same complex. And also we know Ronaldo's his idol. So as much as I appreciate the shithousery and the bastardness of the man, I don't think it aligns with what Jurgen Klopp would want from a player. And you mentioned Salah specifically. I'm sorry, I think Salah cares about this club like infinity times more than what Mbappe ever could. I don't want to be like prejudiced or anything like this, but yeah, I just don't think Mbappe would love the club the same as Mohamed Salah. So I disagree. Anyway, let me read those super chats. And by the way, we've got 10 super chats in the stream so far tonight. Gotta thank you all for the financial support you constantly show. Massive love to all of yous. And yeah, keep them coming because you know it's always appreciated. Only if you can. If you can't afford them, then just smash a like, chat. That's always more than appreciated. But it does. I will guarantee read these out as well. By the way, don't ever think I won't read out a super chat, even if I don't read them straight away. On the FSG thing, by the way, I forgot to say the other night that apology video reminded me of the BP guy in the Santulu episodes of South Park. We're sorry. Pick up to you, Shane. Elusive Glue. He says, I would never want Mbappe at Liverpool. I don't like his attitude. And his wages would eclipse our Egyptian king. Love your streams, boss lads. I think that's right. In an ideal world, if we had no wage structure to worry about, Mbappe would be a good reason, but then that's another reason to withhold on it. Yeah, it's an interesting one. Call me Pappy. We're not playing Champions League, mate. Mbappé isn't coming. Exactly. I agree that Mbappé isn't coming. I don't want to suggest call me Pappy that, pause, by the way. I feel weird when I say that. You know what I mean? Call me Pappy and that. Yeah. Chat, is that a pause moment? That's a pause moment, isn't it? I should say pause there. I'm just playing. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I don't think he'd come to us even if we won the league. Speaking of the devil, only 99 likes on the stream. We are 359. Smash it, chat. Come on. Let's sort our shit out, mate. I don't know why we think we can sign anyone like Valverde. His wages would be through the roof. Or another example being De Jong. We need to stop living in our own universe. Mbappe isn't needed. That's right. That's right. I agree that Mbappe isn't needed. He's not a necessity. But then I also understand the frustration of, if fans constantly see City getting away with giving big wages and Chelsea getting away with giving big wages, then it's a bit of an issue when we're not giving out big wages because, on a way to judge a scale of how a team is ambitious, it's simply by just putting that wages or the finances to the forefront of where the club can actually work on something. You know what I mean? We don't do this, and because we don't do this, and because we can't do this, the fans are forced to lower their expectations. So I can understand the conflicting thing, but yes, it is unrealistic to think Mbappe is best for this ownership at this time in this part of our history. I agree with that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Wisdom. I am so late on my days. Wisdom, stop acting like you've just come into work. Like, girl, it sounds. If you can be late to anything, come late. You know what I mean? There's a rewind option. What I usually do is see where I've got up, because I like watching it live. I like seeing what the live chat's saying. So what I usually do is I'll watch it till the end, and if I'm so intrigued, I'll go back to the start once the stream's finished to catch up on what I missed out on. Saw Czech, thought he did nothing at Palace, but then again, he was brought to be to replacing Connor. But he's a different type of player. That's right. He's more defensive, whereas Conor Gallagher, he's more, number 8 type player. Don't think he's that good either. Was great at Palace. I think he's a certified mid-table Premier League player, but I don't see him becoming a top-class Premier League player. I'm not going to lie. Not going for Aguate or even Rice will haunt us. We really missed out on them too. Declan Rice, I'm all good. I like him. It's not the player that I'd go for. I don't think he's 100 mil as well, and that would cause us so much shit. So it's not against Arsenal. It's not against it. It might work for them. I don't think it would have worked for us as much. Not that he wouldn't have worked at all, but I wouldn't have took him. Chatwood, have you taken Declan Rice for 100 million? James, all these nonsense rumours like 70 mil Palace guys must surely be smokescreen. I think realistic name who we could be secretly targeting is Palhinha. Aside from Kimmich, best option in my opinion. I agree. I think Palhinha would be quality. I also agree that he would be the best option for the job. I just don't know if we're going to get him, because then we need to realise how much is he going to be. And if he's going to be about 60 to 70 million, then, he's kind of in the same region as the rest, and at least the rest are younger. So you've got a bit more of a longer term solution there, because especially when you get to 28, 29, it can be it happened with Fabinho, just out of nowhere became slow, barely moved on the turn. Kind of looked like, I don't know, like a space astronaut, you know what I mean? Just at times, he just looked very slow. So that's why I think, in my opinion, it's important that we go out and get someone who's a little bit more youthful, who can grow with Jurgen Klopp, you know what I mean? But it'd be nice to get a player who's also like 24, 25. So it's tough. It's good stuff. We would have re-signed Aguate if Fabinho was going to leave, I feel. We're strongly in it. Do you know the thing with Aguate? I think they told us to piss us off. You know what I mean? I think they said, like, do one because you negotiated with our player in a bullshit manner. Chat, is that right? Didn't Sporting Lisbon say we don't? Do you know kind of what happened with Chelsea and with Southampton? Isn't that what happened with Aguate? Weren't we trying to hit him up when he's already with someone? Imagine Guardiola, Caicedo, and Mbappe. Imagine a Lamborghini, a mansion, and like a boss dog. That'd be boss, wouldn't it? But that's too ideal. It's too ideal. And if you don't know what to do with that stuff, then you can kind of fuck it up for yourself. You know what I mean? Look at James trying to be a life advisor. You know what I'm saying, chat? If you ever pay me for your life advisor, just know you're paying for the scam. Do not make me your source. My advice will be read the Bible. If you ever say, James, what should I do? Read the Bible. Read the Bible. That's all I'll say. That's my solution to everything. Whenever things goes wrong in my life, chat, now it's just Bible. Hello, James. I think Declan Rice is the most overrated player in the Prem. He's only known because he's English. I think Timber, McAllister, and numerous other players are better signings. Mic drop. Controversial take over here, man. Aiden with a controversial take, dude. It's right, Aiden. Go on, man. Get that chest on there. Yes, that was right on Aguate. Yeah, Ravi, that was the thing. I thought that as well, you know. I'm not going to lie to you, bro. I thought the Aguate thing means that's why we're not going to go in for him no more. James, thoughts on Harvey Elliott? Nice player, man. Nice player. Big fan. Big fan. Fact is, FSG and Klopp both let us down. They left us 2 years too late. These Deadwood players and these new fresh legs should have been done around 2 years ago. Klopp has as much to blame as FSG. I disagree with that point. Total Eclipse, if you want to talk about this on stream, you don't have to show your face, but I'm happy to send you the StreamYard link right now because I disagree with this fully. If you want to speak on this, send me either a DM or a Twitter link, and we can discuss this in depth if you want, because I think that'd be an interesting conversation, because I think your stance differs so much from my stance. I'd love to have this conversation with you. But first, I'd need you to either DM me or message me on Twitter. If you do one of those two things, remind me to look again in like 2 minutes, and then I'll be able to get you on. You know what I mean? But I don't agree with this. Me no agree. Declan Rice is a great transfer. It's the price tag that scares everyone. I think it's a good transfer. I think we've got to wait until it becomes great. I don't think Declan Rice has ever displayed himself to be a great player. He's had great performances, but he's never had the chance to showcase himself as a great player. You know, even in the Europa League Conference final, I don't think he was amazing. But he's been good for West Ham. Being good for West Ham, it's like Conor Gallagher. He was good for Crystal Palace, but the second that you need him to elevate at Chelsea, that elevation doesn't come. Bit of a different and tough scenario because Chelsea were in a shithole, I agree. But I do think there's still many questions on the Declan Rice signing. A good signing, one that Arsenal fans can be happy about. But yeah, I have many questions on it. I'm not going to lie to you, chat. Harry Kane to Bayern is inevitable this year, as Levy had a clear verdict. Extend the contract or leave this summer. Harry Kane rejected a huge offer, and also Bayern are pushing relentlessly to sign him. That'd be a great signing. Chat, can you imagine if we got Harry Kane? Wouldn't that be amazing? You know what I mean? Wouldn't that be boss? Did I read this one? Yeah, I read this one. Shout out to you, call me Pappy. Pause. Locatelli would be a good shout. Me no lie. Rice plays like Hendo, but a bit younger. I didn't want to say it. Chat, it's not a bad thing to play like Hendo, by the way. You can be efficiently good. You can be an efficiently good player. And I do think he's technically superior to Henderson in some levels. But I didn't want to say it, but this is kind of what I thought. You know what I mean? I've just lost about 30 Arsenal subscribers, and I do apologise, but I'm just saying, I think there's a premise to that. Kimmich was just seen in Liverpool, possible sneaky signing. No way. He's not taking a holiday to Liverpool. Not a chance. And if our representatives were going to meet him, it wouldn't be here. There's no way that's true. Wait there. Bayern is monitoring his situation closely. Goretzka's being linked with West Ham as well. See, I think he's better than Declan Rice, that Goretzka. In some ways, I actually do. You know, chat. I think he's an all right little baller, but he apparently hasn't been good for a couple of years, so maybe that could be his problem. Yeah, and I ain't seeing nothing with him in Liverpool, mate. So you were chatting shit, fam. Listen, who would you take, Vinny or Mbappe? I'll take Vinny. I think Vinny I think he'd run his socks off for the team and always work hard. And not that Mbappe wouldn't, but yeah, I think there's less complications if you get Vinny Jr. Out of them two specifically, I'll take Vinny Jr., no doubt. Where do you see Liverpool in the Prem next year? I need to see how the window finishes, my friend. Sorry, otherwise I'd give you a proper, accurate answer. James Redmond and Hussam love triggering people. That's right. That's right to many degrees. I do love winding people up. In a world which is so serious, I like to take it less serious. However, there's always a fundamental education behind of what I'm trying to say. Like, I'm always trying to teach, and if I'm teaching wrong, then I wait for logical conclusions to tell me that I'm wrong. And if people want to say that I am wrong, then dispute it. You know what I mean? Speaking of wrong, is that dude message me? Because if so, that'd be interesting. I want to have a debate with somebody. I might even put the StreamYard link in again. But I want to disagree with people, though. So I might have to kick people out if you're just trying to agree with me all the time. You know what I mean? Chat, right? I said this last time, but I didn't reply to you. Chat, if you disagree with anything at all, message me on Instagram or Twitter. But you've got to come in with smoke, though, chat. Otherwise, I'm going to fuck you off. You know what I mean? I'll happily add you in the stream. Me Instagram's James Redmond 96 and Twitter's 97. I want to have a few debates with people, but chat, is there anyone available now? Like, go and tweet somebody, like, go on James Redmond stream or something. I want to have a debate. Unbiased. Can you rank these Liverpool players between Firmino, Martial, Lukaku, Lacazette, and Jesus? Oh, okay. That's actually a fun question while we wait for some DMs. Okay, I'm going to go. Chat, how are you ranking these 5? I'm going to go with Firmino number 1. I'm now stuck between Lukaku and Jesus. And by the way, if you just winced at me saying Firmino number 1, you're on crack. Because that's not even close. Firmino's a better player than every single one of those. I think Martial could have been an amazing player with less injuries. But yeah, he's still been dead food. Firmino 1. I'm going to go with Jesus 2. He's an all-round better player for me. Based on legacy, Lukaku really should be 2. But I'm going to put him number 3. I'm going to put Martial. I'm going to put Lacazette number 4 and Martial number 5. Lacazette's been doing bits in the French league again this year. So, yeah. That's how I'd do it. That's how I'd go with that. Without putting too much thought into it, that's what I'd say. Firmino, Jesus, Lukaku, Lacazette, Martial. Oh my God, we got the same one. Festus, look at us with the simultaneous ball knowledge. Spider-Man moment. Spider-Man fucking moment. All right, come on then, you pussies. Who's messaged me? Does anyone message me? Oh, chat, yous are pussies. No offense. I don't want you to take any offense to that, but no one's DM me or not. And you pussies, fam. You pussies, fam. Firmino and the rest. That's exactly how you put it. That's exactly how you should put that. I'm not even going to lie. Which legacy does Lukaku have? Just like as a goal scorer. Do you know those dudes who are just known for scoring goals? I do think we can put Lukaku in that conversation. Not in terms of like being liked or in terms of anything along being a legend for a specific club. But my man did score goals at like West Brom, Everton, Manchester United, Inter. Like the guy is still a serious guy. He's just not Firmino levels. Like they shouldn't be in the same list. You know what I mean? All right, James fella. How are you, pal? What do you think of the Sangare, Caicedo, or maybe too expensive Sangare spicier? I reckon we will sign someone in the next week or 2 because we have to. Klopp knows. It's interesting, mate. It's interesting. Shout out to Esther. Ben, I'm not too sure, mate. I'm not too sure. I do think we'll get someone. I just don't know who it's going to be and when we're going to get them. You know what I'm saying? Good evening, Esther. Jesus is up there. Jesus is a quality all-round player. I DM'd you. Woo! A guy called Darwizi Nunes has just DM'd me. What do you think we're going to debate about, chat? Go on then, Darwizi. Oh, and here's me messaging me as well. What are you saying, me? You ain't said nothing to debate about. Let me hear some waffle in there. Me, you chat shit, bro. You just chat shit even if I chat facts. Don't even give me that shit, you. Wait there, you haven't DM'd me? Whoever's saying they've DM'd me, you're a liar. You're a fucking liar, Darwizi. Someone's just randomly DM'd me. Are you vaccinated? Only because I put a meme. I'm not, by the way, but I've put a meme up basically, and it says like, there is nothing wrong with tap water. You need to go and see me Instagram to understand the context. But it was my last story that he replied to. It was funny though, you know, chat. It's not conspiracy. It's just like funny and like we're just having a laugh. I'm not talking about anything serious. You ain't DM me, my guy. You're a liar, bro. You're a liar. You're a liar. Oh, no, wait there. Read this. Probably won't see this, but thank you for your stream tonight. It was boss from start to finish. Up the Reds don't know how to donate. Super chat or what I would be doing it. Fucking hell. Big up to you, sir. Big up to you. Everyone's just making me read their DMs now, so screw you guys, chat. I'm a pure blood too, bro. Wait there, are we talking about gangs? Oh, you're saying... Oh... You mean that, don't you? Sorry. I didn't even mean that from me going there. I thought you meant like the surf fam, you know, like Blur and Crib. Like I thought you meant that. I thought, like, that's sick, lad. I thought you were in a gang there, drunk V guys, going to be like, jeez, my guy, bruv, trying to find his way out the hood and that. Kimmich wages are crazy, and he's on more than Salah. He's not joining our club, not in the Champions League. That's right. That's right. That is 100% correct. I'm not even going to lie. You're better at impressions than talking about football. Well, come in the stream then, you knobhead. How about that? How about Tom? Do you know what? I'm not going to lie. I've been a little bit rusty tonight. I'm not even going to sweat it there. I've stuttered more times than what I would have liked to. I've tried to use too many big words. Sometimes when I try and be funny, it doesn't pull off in the correct way. But I'm transparent though, chat. You know what I mean? Sometimes I can have an off day. You know what I mean? YouTubers are performers as well. You know, like obviously it's a different type of performance because, you know, you're still building relationships and that. So, hey, Hamez, watching the live stream right now, nothing to debate about. Oh, fuck you. Fuck you, Brandon. I love you, but fuck you. Elias says, can I come on your stream? Psych, take the cap off. Fuck off. Chat, fuck you guys. Now you're just annoying me. James, do you reckon City are going to drop off with all the players they're going to lose? Nah. Esther says, James is good on football talk, but his accents are cold too. I'm multi-versed. I'm just too well-rounded in this bitch. They call me the James Milner of life. You know what I'm saying? Hey, James, what are in your Insta DMs? Thousands and thousands of nice-looking women. Thousands more of Manchester United fans, and then millions of Everton fans. I'm only messing because they haven't even got a million fans. You know what I mean? Yeah, if you want to unsubscribe, chat, feel free, because this has been a below par performance from Hamez tonight. I feel like if I watch this back, which I will do, as I usually do, watch back my streams for like clips and stuff, I don't think we're finding many golden nuggets in this one. So bear with me. It's been 3 days. Okay, we'll be back on top form as of tomorrow. Call me Pappy says you need to do a trim though. I can't. I can't do nothing about it. Not for much longer, though. I'll get to cut it next week. You know what I mean? And then this cap will be no more. No more. Right, what do you want? Because you are all just psyching me in the DMs chat. So I want to debate one of you, but then you are just all being bellends. Oh, someone's just tried to call me, James. Listen, I'm known to smoke people. Nah, this guy's saying he's known to smoke people, chat. Yeah, let me send him the shit then. StreamYard. Let me send this guy. This guy seems like he's confident. If he's a pussy, chat, we'll kick him out. I'll let you be the deciders on that. You know what I mean? Right, let me just copy this dead quick. Invite guest. By the way, guys, let's smash those likes. Let's absolutely get them up there all the way to the top. You know, get to the stream more out there. Shows that you guys actually enjoy these streams as well. So more incentive for me to actually go out there and get them on the line. So I've just sent this dude a StreamYard link. Hopefully he's going to click the StreamYard link and join the StreamYard link. And then I'm going to fucking tell him. James, I DM'd you. Stop ducking. You're getting smoked. Wizzy Nunes, you haven't messaged me. I'm not even messing, bro. What's your Insta? Lad, you're not. He's not even. No, it's not. No, you haven't. You're lying, lad. You're a liar. No one has messaged me there to debate. Be careful, Hamez. He might show off his wood. Nah, I've got a plan. Don't even worry about it, Mo. Don't even worry. He won't understand. My brother says Gakpo, wait there. He likes Gakpo, and Gakpo is better than you, Hamez, at football. Wait, what? My brother says he likes Gakpo, and Gakpo is better than you at football. And the water is wet and fire is hot. What are we talking about here? Like Shungle, I just need to understand what we're talking about here. You know what I mean? It's been fine, lads. What's been fine? Has it been fine? Nah, that's good. As long as I've been sort of on form. James Redmond will make you a legend of the club. I'm not going to lie, I will. I actually will. If Darwin Núñez does bits next season, chat. Do you know, chat, can we all have a debate right now? I'm not trying to say up my own arse or nothing like that. But do you think I low-key help Mane? I'm not trying to attribute it to me. All glory goes to Jesus. But do you reckon I low-key help Mane? I'm just saying, chat, you know what I mean? Like, do you know when you see someone backing you with that chest and you just think, whoa, this kid proper, like, he's proper. Do you reckon? Or am I just being shameless? Nah. Is that just me being like, what's the word? Narcissistic? Wait, did I not help him at all? Nah. I thought I had a little bit of a contributing factor, you know. You helped Manny PR. Exactly. I helped his PR. Don't you think, chat? Don't you think I helped like the fame? Do you think more people know who Manny is because I mentioned his name? Because I do, you know. Here's my reasoning. That interview went beyond life. So people who watch football like that interview, and many more people who don't like football have watched that interview. So they're going, who's this Manny dude? Yeah, and when you start asking questions, who's Manny? What's this business? Who's James Edmonds? That's good for the PR. So I think I think Manny should pay me half of his wages if he goes to Saudi. I'm just saying. I'm not asking for much. I'm asking for 50%. Yeah, bro, you got him a wage, innit? Chat. Are we being deadly serious? Do you actually think I haven't helped, man? I think I've been a big contributor. Yes, your mini Manny helped too. Where is mini Manny? As if we can go through a fucking stream without showing mini Manny. I've just sent this dude the StreamYard link as well, and he just hasn't joined the stream because he's a pussy. But here's Mini Manny. My dude. My guy. Wisdom's just messaged me. James, take the cap off. Wisdom, fuck off. Fuck off, Wisdom. I love your Wisdom. You're a beautiful person, but fuck off. In a nice way. Shit. In a nice way. How do I use StreamYard? Bro, click on the link. Just click on the link, enter the studio, and then we're flying. Click on the link, enter the studio. It's as simple as daisies. You know what I mean? Someone just said, better be live tonight. Live now. Live now, G. Man, like Sean, I'm live now, blood. Okay, chat, I think all yous are being pussies, so I'm not even going to lie to yous. I'm going to put the StreamYard link in the actual chat. We're going to see if any of yous are on smoke. But you've got to come in on smoke. If you're all nice and that, I'm going to have to cut it short, you know what I mean? I'll let you know, though. I'm not trying to be a bellends. I'm just saying, like, don't give me all the soppy shit. Give me the shit. Tell me that you hate me, pretty much. Let's be toxic. I'm messing. I'm only joking. Now, let's create some good productive discussion, though, chat. Right, yeah, wait there. So that is now in the comments, right? I'm only getting a few people on. I'm not getting many people. We're not doing like a full thing. I want some saucy debates. You know what I'm saying? I think Nunes should be sold for a packet of single chipmunks, and he said chipmunks. Yuvraj, how are you, sir?
I'm good. How are you, James?
I'm good, Yuvraj. Are you here to cause like a little bit of controversy?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I think Klopp and
By the way, you're going into year 10 next year, aren't you?
Yes.
Well in, mate. Well in, and good luck with that.
Yes, and it's a big year, but yes, I hope I can pass. But yes,
you're gonna smash it. You're gonna smash it. Go on, what's your point?
Yeah, I think Klopp. The Klopp at FSG point. I think they're equally to blame. I mean, I think it's more tight than people think, because I think that. Are we going to all act like that Klopp has not been to blame this season? I think he has a bit. His sentiment.
No, because we're not acting like that. Before we continue what you're saying, we need to analyse. We're not saying Klopp is zero to blame. I just said that I don't think it's as equal as people say.
I can understand their point because of the fact that I think he wanted to keep Gisborne at the club. I know he's versatile, and I can understand that. I can understand that bit. But I personally think his sentimentality is a bit. I mean, it's not like I like the ruthlessness of this season. He's being a bit ruthless this season. I'll give him that one. But like last few years, I think he's been keeping hold of these deadwood players, and that's personally, I think it's more tired. But it doesn't mean I still want FSG out. This doesn't change my personal stance on that. But I personally think it's more equal than people realize, because I think. I don't know, but we'll see. I just think it's more equal than people realise. I think it's
fair points, brother. No, do you know what, lad? You sound very well articulated. You made some very good points, and I think you're going to smash it if you keep that same attitude going into year 10. I think you're going to smash it, lads. I really, really do. And I want to wish you all the blessings and luck for that, mate. And make sure that throughout the whole time, stay strong. Make sure that you focus on the goals that are set for you, because you're more than capable of achieving them, my friends. Okay, so make sure that you go and smash it. But JRTV represents us well.
Great. Yeah, big up.
My guy. Big up to him. Shout out to Total Eclipse. Total Eclipse, what do you want?
What's going on, bro? You good?
I'm sick, bro. How are you?
Yeah, good. Listen, so basically, my stance is like this. So, okay, I'm FSG out. let me just make that very clear. I'm FSG out. But let's not pretend, for example, let's just say Klopp had won those 2 extra titles, which we lost by 1 point. Let's just say, for argument's sake, and he had won those 2 extra Champions Leagues, right?
Yeah.
Do you still think people will be sitting here saying FSG out, FSG out, FSG out? Because I think that's a load of bollocks. I think if those players and he had got us across the line, then this FSG out shit wouldn't have even been a case, in my opinion. Do you agree with that or no, firstly?
Yeah, in a hypothetical world that, by the way, doesn't exist. But
No,
if
no,
it did
no, no.
exist,
I understand. No, I know you're a guy that.
no, I know what
said,
you're saying.
I
I'm
don't
only
do,
taking the piss. Nah, I'm only taking the piss. You're saying the
I
thin
don't do
margins,
if,
the very
buts, or
fine
maybes. I
line.
just do absolutes. But what I'm trying to say here is we can't pretend that he never had the. Yeah, what I'm saying is we can't sit here and pretend that he wasn't given a squad that was capable enough to actually get us over the line. The fact is, those players and he didn't get us over the line. Because if they had got us over the line, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. Do you agree with
Yeah,
that or not?
exactly. So what you're saying is the fine lines, the fine margins that we missed out on, which was the difference of either 2 league titles or 3 league titles, or 2 Champions Leagues or 3 Champions Leagues. If we doubled even one of those, then yes, of course, there would be a different perception on Klopp's time at Liverpool Football Club. But then you've got to analyse what's the fundamental reason. So the fan who you're speaking to, for me, you're speaking to me right now. So if you're speaking to me, you've got to ask me, why do I want FSG out? Because for some people, it's purely success. For some people, it's spending money. Whereas you came into the stream, which, by the way, I love the energy. Love it. This is what I was looking for. This is what I was searching for. Something prip and proper. So thank you. But you said that fans would be bullshit, 100% not saying FSG out if they went and won more trophies. Well, one, they haven't won more trophies. And even if they did, there's still the Super League. There's still the ticket prices. There's still the proof that they are willing to go behind the club's back if it financially benefits them. And if it financially benefits them, they don't need to run it over with us the same way they did with the Super League. And if they can do that once and they can legally do it once, then who's to say they won't do it again by using the law in their favour? Because there's just certain things that they can do with, although, yes, financially, it's their football club, but it's still our club, bro. You know what I mean? It's
No. I agree. See, that's what I'm saying.
So what I want to lead to is that even if they'd won a Champions League in that, say if they won the quadruple, say if we won the quadruple that season that we missed out on, I'd still say FSG out.
No, that's what I was building up to. So when I started, I said I'm FSG out. The reason behind that is not only for the success or the long-term success of the business, because clearly they don't spend enough in the way that a top team like we are and a club that we are should spend. I mean, for fuck's sake, Aston Villa and Brighton are probably doing better than even us at spending money and buying quality players and creating quality players better than us, if we look at it, you know. So I'm also in agreement with you about the Super League, the ticket prices, the merchandise, you know, the cost of kits, everything. You know, I agree with you. For the longevity of the success of the business and for the club, they're not the right people, 100%. But I'm just saying that if it's not only them to blame, that's why I feel like Klopp had the tools at that time, and he should have got us over the line. And I understand, like, he had the play to miss out on 1 point.
I don't want to leave them waiting too long. But if we can exercise this final point, actually, I'm really intrigued. What are the tools that Jurgen Klopp had at his disposal that he didn't use?
So he had the players, and look, one point. If we look at it, 1 point.
Can I ask something, please? Total Eclipse. What point in time are we talking about right now when you say he had the players? What point in time? If I reference 17-18 final, for instance, we didn't have the backup to replace Mo Salah that day because it was Adam Lallana who came on. So it depends what time you're speaking about right now.
Okay, so I'm looking at the quadruple season. If we look at the quadruple season, let's take that. Yeah,
that's right.
I think we had enough to show that we could have got that done, and we should have got that done. I genuinely think. And yes, there were things that went against us. There was decisions. For example, the hand of Rodri. You know that game where Rodri handballed
Nah,
the
yeah, I
ball.
remember.
You know, Everton.
Against Everton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even when we played Tottenham, and I think it was Jota, he was clearly fouled in the penalty box. Should have been a goal. So I understand these margins of errors are there. It happens. These are part and parcel of football. But I just believe that Klopp isn't as innocent as we should make him out to be, because he has been stubborn. He has not changed from a plan A to a plan B, and now his hand has been forced, really. Because if it was up to him, do you really think he would have let Henderson and Fabinho go if the Saudis never came in? I don't think he would have let them go.
It's not up to him. But it's not up to him. It's like saying if I was left to be
No,
a
but
manager.
he has to. That's what I'm saying. But he has to stand up, and he has to then. He can't sit in front of the media and say, I'm happy with this. I'm happy with this. I'm completely fine with all of this. When he knows...
in the media and say that. He can sit there in the media and say that, because if you don't respect the media, which it's very understandable why he doesn't respect them, because they're not sincerely... Can we both agree the media aren't necessarily honest and they try and spin headlines?
Yeah. I agree.
So if we both agree on this premise, then why would Jurgen Klopp, who's an honourable man, go in front of a press media that he doesn't respect and give them honest answers about the football club when he knows they're just going to spin it anyway? You've got to analyse a man's character, and that's why I don't think Jurgen Klopp would go out there. I think Klopp has a right to go out in the press and just say everything's fine and well, because even if it's not fine and well, they're going to try and find something to say that it's not fine and well. It's all speculation that's created by the media, so I wouldn't look too much into that specific side of it. And what you say about his position and the tools that he has, he's not in the authoritative position of ins and outs, which we've established through the Milner thing. Would it be right or wrong to keep James Milner? I think if you add context, if he was never going to be replaced, then why not keep him, But that's not even the point. That's not the point. I agree James Milner had to go, right? I agree with that 100%. I also agree, if the story about Mohamed Salah and Jurgen not wanting Mohamed Salah was true, then I also think that that's a wrong choice. So what I know now is he's not the recruitment of players. I know that off those two examples, and I know he shouldn't be off those two examples, but I do know he's a top-class coach. I know that he's a Delta manager.
Of course. I wouldn't have no one else.
And he always finds a way to get a player in the team. So what I'm saying is that season, we got Diaz in January, correct? The quadruple chasing season. And then that was when we improved. That was when the win streak in the league happened and stuff. Imagine if we got him earlier. Now, is it Jurgen Klopp who said, no, I don't want Luis Diaz in the summer? Or is it the club that said, no, we're going to hold out on an attacker?
No, the club did, clearly. Because the moment that Tottenham were interested in there, they pounced on him because they knew that, he could potentially be going to Tottenham, and Tottenham could have, swooped him up. So their hand was basically forced, so they had to go and buy him. So I understand. Look, I don't want to keep it too long because I know you got a lot of people waiting here, and I respect you, bro. But I'm just saying, that Klopp is the man, and I believe he should stay. I wouldn't be Klopp out.
You just think more blame should be put on Klopp as well.
I think more should, more from the like me personally. I do put a more blame, or a substantial amount of blame on Klopp because of a bit of his arrogance and stubbornness, and not changing certain things and keeping hold of people that he should have got rid of ages ago, like Keita and Oxlade-Chamberlain. They should have fucking gone.
Couldn't have got rid of them.
We should have got money for them, man. We should have fucking, even if we got 15 million for each one.
Where was the offers? Was there any offers?
Fucking no, just put them on the market and fucking just tell them that, look, basically.
Bro, it's not FIFA. It's not like we transfer list Naby Keita. Clubs are looking at Naby Keita thinking, nah, fuck that dude. Like, we don't want him.
Nah, but you got to be a bit ruthless. Like, look, fucking hell, Ten Hag, okay, he hasn't really done much here. They're bigging him up here, but he's still come in and he's been ruthless. He's basically got rid of fucking
basic, easy decisions that have kind of timed well. Ronaldo wanted to go, and he didn't like the club, and he was causing shit with the club, so it was easy to let him go. And then it's a year later that he's made Harry Maguire not captain, which now it's only when Harry Maguire's linked with other clubs. So as much as he's made good decisions, I think someone else could have made those same decisions. You know what I mean? I don't think Klopp has got. I do think he is a bit sentimental, and that's why I've never said he's zero to blame. But I just think in this case, when you say substantial amount of blame has got to go to him, I think that's the bit where we disagree. But Total Eclipse, I want to get you back on the channel one time. That'd be amazing because you
Yeah, wicked, my brother. Yeah, I hope your channel grows
awesome.
more. Yeah, and
Nah,
respect,
defo, like, God bless yourself, brother.
and you. Yeah, take care. Yeah.
God bless, mate. God bless. Right, I want to get this gentleman in. Albert, how are you, sir?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm amazing, Albert. I'm amazing. Albert, you were looking seriously into the camera the whole time there, so I'm intrigued to hear what you're going to say, bud.
Well, I agree with the previous caller. Is it Total Eclipse that Klopp deserves a lot more blame than he wants to accept? Klopp was offered a sale of Keita in January to Galatasaray. He refused to sell him. Remember that? Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. Brighton wanted him for free in January. He refused to allow him to go. Why would you refuse to allow him to go? You're still paying him 165k.
That's right.
Apart from that, why did we get 4 left-sided attackers when we needed a midfielder? We were waiting for Tchouaméni and Jude, who were never going to come. I mean, there's enough blame to go around with what has happened to us. Another thing worth noting is the contract that was given to Henderson for 4 years. That led to the resignation of Michael Edwards. And we were saying it as folklore, but Chris Bascom has written it in his article. That was why Michael Edwards left. Led to other resignations.
Sorry, Albert. Sorry to interrupt you. Say repeat
go
that
ahead.
point again. Sorry about Michael Edwards and why he left.
Sorry?
Did you just say Michael Edwards left because of X reason? And if you did say that, could you repeat that point about Michael Edwards?
I was saying Michael Edwards left because Klopp forced through a 4-year contract for Henderson, and he didn't approve of it. And Chris Bascom has admitted it. You see, for me,
who admitted it? Sorry,
Chris Bascom in his article in the Telegraph. So you see, for me, right now, I'm in a now is not the time moment. Even though I want him gone, I don't think that will be the solution at this time. Because
so you want Jurgen Klopp gone, but right now that's not the best solution.
No, that's not the time. Now it's not the time. Let me put it this way: I wanted him gone, but now it's not the time because let's just say somebody came in and said, so Klopp goes. Okay, so who comes in right now? Who? At this point, 3 weeks left.
I agree.
Right. So even look at how we are struggling replacing Fabinho.
Yes.
So I think that we should give him the time he has asked for. I've watched another interview this morning on Inside Training. He's asked for time. At least the beginning is that he's accepted responsibility for what has happened. Liverpool shouldn't be playing Europa League. It's beneath us. But
I agree.
But the mistakes have been made. So let's look forward. What we need right now, we've done I have a little issue right now. And like you said, I'm not so sure whether we can blame. Actually, this is not on the manager, because it would appear that anytime he asks to go to Marks and Spencer, they send him to Primark.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, because I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but in recent time, I don't know which player he has asked for that he has gotten. Like, I want Gvardiol. Oh, Gvardiol is not available. He's 100 million. Okay. Yes. He wanted Ugarte. He badly wanted Ugarte to the point that he's even been accused of tapping him up. Ugarte was 52 million pounds. We didn't get him.
Yes.
Now look at where we are. We have to go and pay 50 million pounds for Lavia.
Yes.
70 million for Sheikh Doucouré. Sheikh fucking Doucouré.
Teams know that we're desperate, Albert. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
They know to charge the extra P's.
Exactly.
So
the procrastination hasn't helped us.
Yes.
That's not on the manager. That cannot be on him.
Albert, can I definitively ask what is it that you are blaming the manager for? Because I think we need to analyze. I agree. Yes.
I said a lot more blame has to go to him for where we find ourselves.
Okay.
Right?
Is the Henderson 4-year deal an example of that? And is
yes, it's an example. He should have let him go.
Yeah. And then are you saying also the Oxlade-Chamberlain and Keita situation
And
is
then the
another
four,
example?
and then the four left-sided strikers when we needed a midfielder, because he was actually waiting for a particular midfielder or particular midfielders.
He was waiting for a particular midfielder, or the club was waiting for a particular midfielder?
I think in this case is him.
Okay, so you think it's sometimes Klopp and it's sometimes
because I'll give you an example.
Go.
I'll give you an example. You don't have to read between. You don't have to be a sorcerer to realize that the money that was supposed to be used to get Tchouaméni went to get Nunes. And now we are not so sure whether Nunes starts.
That's right.
I don't think Nunes starts in the team in which Gakpo is playing the way he's playing. I don't think Nunes starts. So those are some of the things. I'm saying that the mistakes are glaring to see. But now it's not the time. And now it's not the time argument that we should be having. The manager simply is going to, and whether we wanted him out or not, the manager is going to stay. So let's just work with him. Let's find a solution to where we are. Let's go and win the league.
Do you know what, Albert? Just to make this a bit of a discussion as well, because the way you articulated those points was great, and I've got a full understanding on what you're saying. A few things that I'd like to clear up. So you're in the boat of you believe there is or either has been or can be in the future a better man for the job than Jurgen Klopp. I want to make sure I'm not misquoting you. Which is
not at this time, no. But not at this time, no.
No, exactly. That's why I'm saying there either has been or there will be somebody who can replace Jurgen Klopp. Now.
There were moments in time in last year. For example, let me answer your question by using what he himself has said.
Go on.
That
I like that.
At certain parts during last year, he said that if it hadn't been for his history at the club, he would have been fired. Right? He himself said it. That he's basically, because of what he has achieved, he has achieved has bought him time. That's an interview he gave himself. So at that point, if he was not Jurgen Klopp and he was Uncle Albert, he would probably have been fired. And then the next best person would have come. But should he decide also, we are all aware that Germany want him like flowers need rain to come and manage the national team. He's given an interview today about that situation, that he's not going to leave Liverpool. So if he decides to leave Liverpool today, we still have to go on. I mean,
that's right.
There have been days when our managers have resigned. I'll give you an example. In 1974, without anybody knowing it, Bill Shankly had resigned. And the whole of Liverpool town went up in flames. You are a Scouser, I'm sure you know that history. Liverpool supporters were crying in the streets. They couldn't believe Shankly had just resigned without warning, because he said he was tired. So if Klopp says he's tired today, we have to move on. We are Liverpool. I'm saying that he still has the enthusiasm to do the job. He still has the drive to do the job. So the previous conversation about he should leave because he wasn't ruthless enough. Well, so he wasn't ruthless enough. All the players that we wanted gone are gone. Listen to me. All the players that we were hoping
wait there, I think my thing's going a little bit mad. So let me just go out and in dead quick.
Can you hear me?
I apologize, Albert. I apologize,
okay,
sir. I apologize. Go on.
So I was saying that
carry on.
I was saying that
Yeah.
all the players we were complaining about, as at now, they are all gone. Right?
Yeah.
Oxlade-Chamberlain, Naby Keita,
Yep.
name them, they're all gone.
Of course.
Even Henderson and Fabinho are gone. So for those of us who were complaining, what else would you want him to do? And who is going to come and do what we want him to do? He's done it himself, right?
Yeah.
He had an honest conversation with Henderson and told him, this is where we are. This is what is going to happen. You're getting limited minutes. Henderson chose to leave, right? I don't believe that a manager should behave like Ten Hag.
Yeah.
Disrespect 12-year veterans. Take your club captain and embarrass him in public. The players watch this, you know, and as
That's
a
right.
manager, it comes back to bite you.
Yeah.
Right? Do you remember what Aston Villa players did to Stevie G? They kept losing until he was sacked. Kept scoring own goals until he was sacked. So players have a way of responding to managers who behave like tyrants. And in that vein, I am glad Klopp doesn't behave like that. I think he does too much of hugs and kisses, but I still don't want any of our players to be treated the way De Gea was treated. Embarrassed the night before your wedding. I don't believe in that. So all the changes that we want, at least from my perspective, that I want in the team have been made. Okay? He's gotten Alexis McAllister. Biggest bargain signing of the century. Alexis McAllister, if we hadn't tapped him up and he had renewed his contract, he would have been an 80 million pound player without a reason. So as much as sometimes we want to basically say, okay, what went wrong is a weighted average of the manager's own faux pas and FSG, I'm still at the point where I feel that the manager should stay and our owners should sell, or they should disappear, because they think our team is a real estate project, right?
Yeah.
They were happy to inform us that they were starting a real estate project in Boston. Who the fuck gives a fuck about Boston? They were starting a music hall. Who the fuck gives a fuck about what goes on in Boston? I don't give a fuck about what goes on in Boston, right? I want squad improvement.
That's right.
We've sold 52 million pounds worth of player with precipitation. We didn't know it was going to happen. So what stops us from going to get Caicedo? What stops us from going to get Caicedo? Instead of using that money to amortize your debt for building the Anfield Road end of the stadium, why wouldn't you want to? By now, we should be getting Caicedo, because if we had 40 million pounds to get a midfielder and we have 52 million pounds unexpected coming in, that's 92. Use it to get Caicedo, right?
Yes.
James?
Hello.
Imagine a world in which Liverpool, we woke up tomorrow morning and Liverpool have bought Guardiola and Moses Caicedo.
I think I'd genuinely shit myself. I'm not gonna lie, Albie. I'd absolutely lose my rag. Yeah, that'd be amazing.
Like we say in Ghana, matter finish, everything done. No
matter
more
finish.
Matter finish.
Matter finish.
Yes, the matter is finished. That's what it means. Everything's done, right?
Mm-hmm.
We don't need two more midfielders. We don't need two more defenders. We need Guardiola. We need Caicedo, without any equivocation, because I'd rather spend 90 million on Guardiola, on Guardiola, than I will spend on anybody. I'd rather spend.
Albert, you know what? Sorry to interrupt you, sir, because you know what, Albert, I've learned throughout this conversation, when Uncle Albert speaks, everybody, including the chat and James Redmond, listens. That's one thing I've established throughout your monologue.
Fantastic.
I absolutely 100% agree with that.
When I would rather spend 90 million on Caicedo than 80 million on Palhinha.
So can I establish something? So are you more FSG out than Jurgen Klopp out? Because I remember you saying Jurgen Klopp out, and not right now. But you're FSG more. Okay, no, that's fair enough. Of
course. Those guys, listen, let me give you an example. Look at Arsenal, right? we can diametrically compare Arsenal to Liverpool because the owners of Arsenal are the same kind of owners that FSG are. Kroenke, the Kroenkes have baseball teams, they have NBA teams, they have football teams, and then they have Arsenal. Same with these guys. They have the same
We're not
kind
their
of
highest
things.
priority.
Right. We said we were going to do a rebuild. What we have rather done is a tear down. We've torn down the building and we've bought 2 new midfielders. Look at what Arsenal have done. They
Don't you
spent
think we'll go
100
and get
million.
more, Albie? Don't you think we'll
Sorry?
get more players? Don't you think we'll get more players?
No, I think we'll get more players, but James, there's
Yeah.
3 more weeks to the end of the season, to the beginning of the season.
Yep.
I don't want
that's
us
right.
to show. I don't want us to show up at Stamford Bridge improvising. I don't want that. Remember,
But you know one thing, if I can play devil's advocate though, Albert, you know, if we are going to get improvised bids for Jordan Henderson and Fabinho, because we never expected to even let them go, then can't you leave the club a little bit of leeway? Just playing devil's advocate, can't you leave them a little bit of leeway
you
to get
never
deals done?
expected it, but you've collected the money, right?
That's right.
Right.
But still,
So-
though, in translation to deals are a lot more complicated than just getting them done exactly when you want them to be done.
A lot of groundwork has been done on these players already.
That's
right?
right.
And James,
That's
you
right.
know Liverpool are the masters of acting swiftly when they want to do it. Right?
Yeah.
We pulled Gakpo from under the feet of Manchester United. We pulled Diaz. Diaz was on his way to America. We pulled him from under the feet of Spurs. And the list goes on. Okay? So I'm saying if we want to buy Caicedo, we would buy. Look, we've asked about Florentino Lewis. They say it is 80 million pounds. So you tell me, Florentino Lewis and Caicedo, who costs a little bit more, which one is better for us long term? Which one is better for us?
I hear what you're saying. You're saying.
So I'm saying, in short, let's go for the jugular. Let's get it done because it doesn't get any better.
Yeah.
The bottom bargain basement midfielder, defensive midfielder, halfback we're going to get is Lavia, right? Lavia is 50 million.
Right.
We are still bargaining. We let Ugarte go when he was 52 million because we wanted to bargain a release clause. That's what happened. And somebody came and paid. So when we learned sense, we went and triggered the release clause for Szoboszlai, which was great. Now, we didn't know these guys were going. And you know, Fabinho's karma has been very good to us. 40 million in, 40 million out. 4 or 5 years later. There couldn't be better. Yeah. So he's living with a lot of goodwill financially. Jordan Henderson, 16 million in, 12 million out. 12 years later. That makes good financial sense. Use the money, use it quickly, be decisive, use it wisely, stop fucking bargaining. There's a time. Listen, when we don't bargain, we get it right, don't we? Remember, Allison? Did we bargain?
Yep.
Remember? We didn't bargain?
Yeah, I remember.
All right. Who else did we pay big money for that we didn't bargain that ended us up very well? Do you remember? There's one more person. Van Dijk.
Yeah, Virgil.
Yeah.
Virgil.
Did we pay 70 something for him? Did it work?
Yeah, 75.
Sometimes the road to Marks and Spencer is right there. Don't get to Marble Arch and go opposite the street and go to Primark. Right? Get out of the Marble Arch station and fucking enter Marks and Spencer.
Yeah.
Get those underwear from Marks and Spencer. Don't go across to Primark because the stitches may be loose. That's what I'm saying. Right? We were supposed to be doing a rebuild.
Yes.
Not a tear down, get to lintel level and forget to do the roofing.
My thing's going again. Yeah.
I'll say.
Right, sorry, Albert, you keep going, lad, because my thing's just going a little bit slow again. So it's because of all the people joining. So I might need to jump out and back in. If you can just carry on, that'd be
great.
Ahead, so just one little second, right there. My thing's gone completely off here. Nice one, Albert.
Is it there? Are you there?
Right. I think I'm here now. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
can you hear me? Okay.
Bro. I can hear you.
Amazing, amazing. No, sorry,
Okay,
sorry, Albert. It's just my Wi-Fi. I think it's because of all the people joining. So
it's
what Dominic
good.
even
It's
have to
good when
do-
people are
For
joining.
all
It
those
means
in
you
the
are-
chat,
it,
you can
it means
stay.
you're doing. It means you're doing well. I like that. So my so my point is, before I sign out so others can join, is that I think that the talk of Klopp leaving our team is very, very unnecessary right now. We've said
Yes.
that now is not the time at all. Now is not the time. As for FSG,
Yes.
they should leave. Our team is not a real estate project. We are not impressed when they come and tell us they've reacquired Melwood. You've reacquired Melwood, so what? You are trying to build up a portfolio so you can sell it for the biggest and highest possible price. That's, you took on a social responsibility, right? Our team is not just bricks and mortar.
That's right.
You are holding the soul of 127 million people worldwide who support that team. So go out and do the squad improvements that are necessary. We are not impressed with all those real estate stories, right? We
Yeah.
are not freaking what do you call it, Freddie Mac, right? We are not
Yeah.
Freddie Mac. We are Liverpool football team. We want to compete at the highest level, and we want to do well. Don't those stories about your real estate achievements are not necessary to us. I would rather hear that you've gone and bought Guardiola and Caicedo than to hear that you've started building seaside apartments in Boston, for fuck's sake.
Preach that one. Albert, I need a mic drop at the end of all that. You know what I mean? You need to let me know a mic drop. You know what I'm saying, sir?
Take care, bro.
Albert,
care.
was I be able to get you back on the channel?
Anytime.
Anytime. Is there a way I can contact you,
I'm
Albert?
retired, so anytime.
Amazing. Is there a way I can contact you by any chance, sir? Like any method at all?
What's your Twitter handle? I'll send you a DM right now.
Just type in James Redmond 96. It might be an underscore 96, but James Redmond and then something. If you ever have any time at all, Albert, I would love to get you on specifically for a show between me and you, because the chat have adored you. You've carried the show when I've lost my Wi-Fi, so it'd be amazing.
I am more than available.
Amazing, sir. Nah, that's great. Let me know. So are you following me now?
I can't find you. Said James Redmond what?
James Redmond underscore 96.
Okay. I'll find
underscore 96. So it's just the same as my YouTube channel minus the TV and include the 96.
Okay. But yeah, I've been watching. I watch you a whole lot. I mean, and I really like what you say. I like your commitment. I like your conviction. And one of these days, do you live in Liverpool?
Yes.
So when I come to Liverpool, I'll come and look for you. I was there towards the end of last season.
Yeah.
To watch some of the matches. I normally do that quite a bit. So I'll definitely come looking for you.
Albert, that's fantastic. You're welcome anytime. I'll take you to the best pubs that I know, sir.
No problem.
Amazing.
Bro.
Albert, make sure you drop me that follow though, please, because I want to make sure that I get you back on the
bro. You said
you can't find me. Yeah, James Redmond underscore 96. Is that not what's your Twitter?
Boy, I really don't know it, but because I didn't change it when I kind of joined. So
yes, because there's no way I'm not leaving without a way to contact you, Albert. So I need to make sure that I get your Twitter or you've got mine. One or the other is absolutely sound. If you want, there is a live chat option in here, like a private chat option. Once you found your thing, if you just click on your profile, like your profile at the top corner, it should show you your at.
Yeah. I see at James Redmond 77, not 96.
Is it not coming up with 96?
Nope.
Wow. Man, Albert, have you blocked me?
No. I don't block anybody.
No, of course. I'm not too sure.
I don't even block Redmen and Anfield Rock.
Yeah, Albert, what we'll do then, we'll try and sort this. When I have another one of these, it'd be amazing if you could jump on them, if you jump into the live streams. We'll try, if you do not be able to find my Twitter.
Okay, I'll find it. Don't worry, I'll find you.
Say no
And
more.
what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna find my Twitter address and I'm gonna put it in the chat right now.
Great.
I'll
And
do that.
if one of the mods can get that for me, or anyone at all can get that for me, that'd be
Okay, bro.
amazing.
You
Albert,
take
a
care,
pleasure,
okay?
sir. You take care as well. You have a good one.
Okay.
Good one, sir. Guys, can we just all get a lot of love there for Albert? Right, I see Tom Little in the stream. I'm getting Tom Little in here. I'm not even messing. I also see someone called Adam who's been waiting a long time. I see Faz. I'm going to make sure that we try and run through these ones. But first, I've got a bunch of super chats that I missed out on. What a king Albert is, by the way. How boss is Albert? I genuinely felt like I needed to shut up the whole time, chat. I was going to go in on him with the Klopp out thing because I didn't understand it. As he explained more, I gained a lot more understanding. He was very good. He was filled with a lot of wisdom for sure. Shane says, FSG more concerned with partnership with LeBron than LFC. That's bang on. That is bang on. By the way, Shane, big up to you for all the support that you've shown for the stream financially tonight. It's been fantastic. Fuad Hussein. Wait there. Hussein. Did I get that right, chat, or did I fuck it up? LFC saying 60 to 70 million is a fair price for Takore. Then why not spend an extra 15 to 20 to get Caicedo, who has really made understanding with McAllister? I think it's a good point here from Fuad as well. Listen, there's somebody out there that we can get for an affordable price for sure, but clubs are just knowing they can charge us top dollar, as they know that we're in need for a CDM, and we've just got money for one. Massive super chat here from Call Me Pappy, who supported the stream massively. You are a legend, sir. I'd love to know your actual name, like if it's Fred or something, that'd just be easier than Call Me Pappy every single time, because I feel like I need to insert a pause after the Pappy part, you know what I mean? I feel like a 18-year-old Mexican talking to a sugar daddy or something, but it is what it is. Ticket prices are ridiculous. I'm an English expat in Switzerland. Wow. Try to come watch 2-3 games a year. I have nearly put 1k just to see Liverpool, Aston Villa, flights, hotel, overpriced tickets. And now you're spending half your fucking wages on JRTV. And as much as I appreciate it, that's a lot of money to go and follow a football club. See, me and Tom Little have got to be like buzzing, chat. We're Scousers. We don't have to worry about all the external finance. We live about 15 minutes away from the stadium. I damn sure would. My issues with FSG surpass your points, our lad. It's trademarking the city. It's trying to fix football. This was the point I was trying to make to who the fuck was it, chat? His name was something cool, like explicit or something, weren't it? But this is the point I was making. Is there's many other reasons to why we don't like FSG, opposed to just anything else. By the way, we've had 20 super chats tonight, which shows that you're a boss. There's one more here from Tron. I used to be a hater, but your content is too elite. I'm not going to lie, chat. Is that not a W? Tom, is that not a W, my G?
Lad, that is an absolute fucking dub, lad. That is absolutely
that's a
boss.
huge W. That's a huge W.
You've turned him, man. You've turned him, man.
Yeah. We've turned him into a JRTV heavy supporter, you know what I mean? Right, Tom, do you know the premise? By the way, people, if you don't know Tom, me and him have done one stream on Husam's channel. It was boss. We just said it to Husam the whole time. By the way, shout out to Call Me Pappy again, who's decided to drop another one. My name is Dean. Would save you the cringe. I'm not going to lie, Dean. I really appreciate it. You're a legend for that. But yeah, we've done a stream before, haven't we, Tom? We both said it to Sam.
Yeah.
And this is your first appearance on JRTV?
It is, yeah.
Two scuzzers, you know what I mean? Two scuzzers. Do you know Drunk Vigo's been asking for you for a long time as well, by the way?
Has he?
He has.
Big up Drunk Vigo.
He loves you, lads. He loves you. So the premise of why I set out the StreamYard link, because you're probably thinking, why is the StreamYard link out? Is for someone to cause shit, lads. Like just an opinion I have that you disagree with, an unpopular opinion that you don't think goes down well with the people. I'm here to cause controversy. We're not here for the where do we finish in next season? No.
Why are we trying to tell the line?
You know what I mean?
Well, it's all about the transfers at the minute, isn't it? It's all
That's
about
right.
The transfers. And I look at the market at the minute for DMs. I'm one of the ones who take the Corday over most people.
You're taking the Corday over anyone?
Most people, yeah. But bar the likes of...
what premise?
Because I've done my research on him. And I looked at what he was like when he was in France. Now, France is a bit of a shit league. It is.
But they produce good players. I'm on you here. They produce nice players, lads.
They produce good players, but the hit rate is iffy at best. For every Tchouameni, you get Bruno Chedu.
That's a great point, yeah.
So, it's a bit risky, but when I look back at what he was doing at Lens, or Lons, or however you say it's Lens, he was compared to Tchouameni. He was like they were going on about him and Tchouaméni are the future.
Kind of like
I'm
what they
not-
were doing with Fofana and Saliba.
Yeah, 100%. But
Yeah, like they were just comparing them.
Check the Corey's not got, check the Corey's still got his knees intact.
That's
So
right.
we're all right on that front. We're not worrying about injuries there. I look at him, and he then came to the Prem with Palace. Had a really good season with them. Won their Player of the Year or something. I think it was the fans' Player of the Year or something. Had a smashing season. And now you can get him on the market. And my big issue is when everyone sits there and says, "Oh no, he's not better than Caicedo." Okay, but then don't try and come to me with the experience point because Caicedo's done 6 more games. Like people have in their head this idea
That he's
that
been there for years doing boss.
yeah, he's done 3 years in the Prem. He's done a season and 6 games. That's all he's done. People think he's been there since like 2021. Nah, he was on loan.
It's
in
wild. It's wild.
Belgium. It's mad.
I-
But check
You
the
just
call.
painted
Like
that
someone who
from
I'm
nice.
desperate.
Yeah, you've just painted that in a nice perspective because I had a much smaller understanding and way to look at Cheek Decore before you've just mentioned it. And I like the comparison that you made there with Tchouaméni, that when they were both in the league, they were both rated similarly, the same way Fofana and Saliba was. And when you analyse it from that point and you analyse the league of it, because you're right, it's a hit and miss league in terms of how they do elsewhere. But if you get a hit, then wow, that's a great player that you're getting. You're getting probably a World Cup winner because he's French, you know what I mean? He's probably going to end up doing something with them if he's good enough. So the question that I would raise, and this is the final one, Tom, because I actually want us to do a show, lad. I'm not even messing. I want to try and sort out a show between us.
100%.
So that wouldn't be on this. That would be just a mine and you thing.
Yeah,
and I'll probably
standard.
add a few more.
No worries.
So we'll sort that. But the point that I wanted to ask you was, okay, now we've established the core as your, let's say, number one out of the realistic ones, because I know you'd rather Kimmich, for instance, but we're probably not going to get Kimmich. So you wouldn't.
I don't want Kimmich. I think him and Trent are too similar. You just end up with 2 people trying to do the same thing, but Trent is better at that thing.
Would you take one Messi or 2 Messis?
I would take 2. The difference is the 2 Messis are going to be playing in the same position. If I was able to have Kimmich playing elsewhere, I'd do it. But he's going to be right next to him.
No, get on this. Would you take Messi as your centre forward and would you take Messi as your right winger simultaneously if it was possible?
Yes, but I think that's different to what Trent and Kimmich are going to do.
Yeah, let's say there's Lionel and there's Samuel. So we've got Lionel Messi and Samuel Messi. See, Lionel Messi is the normal right winger Messi. Samuel Messi is the centre forward. They're both just as good, and they're actually twins, by the way. And they both glide on the pitch the exact same manner. So I'm just saying, there's 2 seconds between them. Speaking of 2 seconds between them, happy birthday, Tom.
That's fine. It's rapid fire. She pushed on.
I needed to say happy birthday to you, Tom. It was just one of those things. But the point that I'm leading to, would you take Samuel and Lionel Messi as your centre forward and right winger?
Yes.
And they play close together, don't they?
They don't play the same position, though.
Neither does Trent and Kimmich. Because would you agree, Kimmich and Trent are versatile?
I think Trent is, and I think Kimmich is, but they're versatile in the same positions. If you look at Kimmich,
and that's a great thing because then you use them one in one position and then the other in the other.
But we wouldn't do that.
Why?
Because we'd sit there and have Kimmich and Trent sitting next to each other in the midfield. So
why is that a bad thing?
Because I think they're too similar. I don't think you need what you need if you're going to have Trent and you're getting the best out of Trent. If you're going to have Maka and you're getting the best out of Maka, if you're going to have Dom and you're getting the best out of Dom, you need someone who's going to sit there and not want the ball effectively. Someone who can do 30 passes a game, but is going to make his 4 or 5 tackles, his 7, 8 interceptions, is going to mop everything up. So the likes of Trent and the likes of Maka aren't worrying about, I can't get forward, I got to get back, I got to make sure that this pass and he's got off this, that, and the other. Kimmich would be boss at retaining the ball. We'd have so many moments in games where we just keep the ball for 3 minutes because it's going Kimmich, Trent, Kimmich, Maka, Kimmich, back Van Dijk can boost it, But the issues that we had last season in terms of what our midfield was doing, it was getting caught on the counter-attack too much. It was getting too exposed. And I don't think Kimmich fixes them problems because I don't think Kimmich is the type of DM that you can build a defensive base off. If we're going to have him and Trent together, let's say we're getting counter-attacked by Newcastle. We're getting counter-attacked by... You got Miguel Almiron on one wing.
Yes.
Isak, because Gordon's on the bench, he's crap. You got Wilson up front. They're on the counter-attack. If Trent and Kimmich are sat together in midfield, you're asking Canales to do a hell of a lot of work out wide. It's going to open up too much. You're gonna have too many spacing behind. I look at it and go, if you can get me a pure destroyer, someone who is just gonna sit there, kick people, kick the ball, kick whatever's in his way, but we end up with the ball, but afterwards, you're gonna then get the best out of Trent. And I don't see the point in moving Trent to this position, figuring out what makes him tick, and then putting in a player that needs the ball alongside him. Trent needs the ball. We've only got one football to play with.
As good as the points that you just raised systematically that could cause some issues, I don't understand how you cannot find any system in the world where it doesn't work with those two players. So I'm not saying let's get Kimmich and then let's not worry about anything else.
You could find plenty. You could put Trent back at right back. Trent back at right back.
That's where he's going to stay, though, Tom. You know what I mean? That's where he's going to stay anyway.
Yes, but no. Yes, but no in my eyes. Because
you think we're going with the three at the back where he goes inverted as a double pivot?
I think he'd have to. I think he'd have to.
But we haven't even got. So Robbo plays left centre back.
I think you go out and buy a left centre back.
Do you think we will do that?
I think you should do that, and I think that there's options out there for cheap if they want to cheap out, because we know what they like. They like the little cheap options. I
agree. Do you know where's my conclusion? I think we're going to keep Trent at right back. If we're going to keep Trent at right back, because we're not getting a defender, so that means a right back or a centre back. I don't think we'll get either. So because I don't think we'll get either, I think that leaves Trent at right back. Sometimes switching into that number 6 double pivot role. I still think it will be massively essential for someone like Kimmich to come into the team. It adds versatility. It adds extra quality. He's very well-rounded. I don't think a player like that hurts in any circumstance. I think he's an upgrade on Henderson. I think he's an upgrade on Milner. And the reason why I raised that is because we were good enough with them. So then if we were good enough with them and Kimmich is an established world-class DM and Trent is going to stay at right back, which is why I'm just giving you the path to my conclusion there. I didn't want you thinking I'm just saying he's going to stay at right back for nothing. I just think that'll be the prediction. So if he's going to stay there and Kimmich is there and they are just on the ball looking to move the ball forward, I don't think that's bad because they're both good at finds and passes. They both have the ability to shoot from range. I think you're actually creating yourself a whole different dynamic defensively and offensively. Now, I don't disagree. It can cause defensive imbalance. But if you're going 3 at the back, you're now relying on whoever that middle centre-back is more than the previous DM that you relied on before. Because Fabinho, if you remember, Tom, remember when Fabinho used to drop into the back 3 and kind of make it a back 3 at times? Yes. So that's what I'm thinking now. We wouldn't need that type of DM no more because Fabinho was the guy dropping in anyway. So someone a bit more offensive could actually be beneficial.
But then you look at the way we got attacked last year. It was always counter-attacks, and the big issue was Fabinho just wasn't mobile enough to stop them. So they'd blow past him, and then they'd get straight to the defence.
Yes.
If you're getting me a mobile destroyer, which is what the likes of a Decore, what the likes of a Palhinha, for example, are, you get me one of them, all of a sudden, defensively will be signed because Trent doesn't need to worry about, well, I need to go here, but I need to be there as well. He can just go, right, we've lost the ball, let me get back to right back. Because I know I've got a monster in there who's going to win it back most of the time anyway and give me the time to get back. If we go back to the 4-3-3, my big issue with that formation is I just reckon it's found out. I reckon you've done 6 or 7 years of that. Team football waits for no one. The likes of Pep, the likes of Mikel, they've got 7 years of tapes. They've got 7 years of footage. You can just go on YouTube and Google top 10 Liverpool goals and they'll be fucking wow because like boss. But they'll know how we attack. They'll know how it works. So I think this change, it's something all the top teams are doing. Everyone's trying to move to that inverted fullback role. And we have the ideal one. You could ask Pep, you could ask Mikel, you could ask Carlo. Who would you want to play that inverted role out of anyone in the world? They're picking Trent. Because no one else does it like that. And I just want to see that get shown next year. Because I think it frees up a lot of other players. The issue is, if we don't buy right this summer, it can blow up in our face even more than the 4-3-3. So there is an element of you cannot sell yourself short again. The defensive thing is a real concern because we cannot play that system if we run into next season with Robertson and Tsimikas as the only options for that left centre back spot.
That's right.
I watched them on a Wednesday. Kostas Tsimikas does not know how a centre back plays. The man was up the pitch. The man was a centre back in the opposition half most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
Andy Robertson gets on too far forwards. You need someone with more discipline. There's options out there for 10 million. I mean, I could buy a Fulham centre back for 10 million if it meant I could just get the best players in the best system that works for them. Just imagine. Let's go into our lovely little hypothetical world here, lad. A right-hand side of Trent, Szoboszlai, and Salah in that new system. Nobody's about having to defend. Nobody's about having to. Oh, am I making sure that we've got enough cover? Because you've got a genuine top destroyer next to them who can keep everything ticking over and can almost at times form that back four that we want. So we want Trent to form back four at times when he's in there and then we lose the ball and he needs to go back to right back. But let's say Trent's bomb forward because he's a fucking boss attacker, and it's missed. It's missed. Fucking Nunes has got there and it's been blocked or something. All of a sudden, McAllister's getting back, but the destroyer could just form as a centre back. And this is another reason why I'm big on Decore. Decore's played centre back before. Decore played like 15 games at centre back.
He brings that versatility that we need in the specific positions, is what you're saying.
100%. And let's say we're getting counter-attacked, he can just drop in as a centre back, and then all of a sudden you've got a back four of Canate covering at right back, Van Dijk and Decore at centre back, and then Robbo at left back. You're fine. You get into a natural back four, easy to defend. I just think it works, but you cannot sell yourself short. I don't want to see like fucking Calvin Phillips. No.
Yeah, fuck that shit. Yeah, fuck that shit. I'm not taking no one else a sloppy second. You know what I mean? I know what I mean.
Ryan Gravenberch, not even touching that one either.
Yeah, I'm trying to be the next step. And yes, if people say, "Oh, what do you mean a stepping stone?" Technically, because if they're going to use you as a stepping stone, then that means they've got to be good for you, to get to where they eventually
I'm happy to be used as a stepping stone, because to be used as a stepping stone at points, they have to be very good to be wanted by the top clubs, and to be very good to be wanted by the top clubs, they normally make your team better.
Exactly. So it's not more beneficial. Lad, that's an interesting topic. I actually want us to go into that more. Tom, I've got you on Twitter and that as well, lads. You've just followed me on Twitter, I believe. Did I follow you back? Let me double check. I'll make sure that that's sorted anyway. There we go. Now you're followed. We'll sort out a show, because lads, that was brilliant. Even now 100%. I'm starting to think about the Core differently because of the point you raised. I thought that was good. Tom, you have a YouTube channel, don't you?
I do, yeah. I haven't. I'm about to get back onto it. When Hendo and Fab are actually announced, and I've got a reason to go live other than shitty rumours about Leighton Stewart or whoever going out on loan.
Yeah.
I'll be good to go.
If you ever want to do any shows, like, give us a shout. If you ever want to do like just a weekly show just to keep your channel up there, or we can do it on your channel. I was going to say for this one, we can do it on both. I'm not asked. We'll sort something either way, lad. But what's your channel? Is it your name?
Yeah, Tom Little, but with a 1 instead of the I in Little. Because apparently there's some.
And chat, what I'm going to do, dead quick, I'm just going to put Tom's YouTube channel, so Tom Little, but instead of an I, it's a 1.
Yeah, I can grab the link now.
Oh, yeah, it's all right. I've got it in the chat now. So, chat, what I want you to do, I want you to go and subscribe to this channel. I want to see his numbers go up by quite a bit as well, if that's okay, because he's designated this time to the channel. He's just informed you he's going to be posting again soon. I've just informed you I'm going to go on his channel if he so politely accepts me. So, guys, make sure you go over, because when people invest their time into this channel, we always like to see them have that return.
You want to see Scouse content?
You want to see Scouse content? Come on, chat. How many Scouses do you see on this platform talking to each other? We fucking hate each other. We don't even exist on this platform, so make sure that you go and support all the Scousers as you can. Tom, any final words, bro, before I get the next guest in?
Enjoy what's coming up in this transfer window, because I got a good feeling. Something big's coming.
Ooh. Tom, you're a legend, my friend. I'll hope to see you again. I'll message you after this.
Yeah, in a bit, lad.
Have a good one, bro. Have a good one. My G. I want to get Adam in. He's been waiting eagerly for time, lads. Adam, how are you, son?
Good.
Oh, no, is it my Wi-Fi going buggy again, chat? Is this a me problem or is this an Adam problem? Adam, can you hear me?
What?
Can you hear me?
No, only a bit.
Only a bit. Sorry, lad. Did I get you on like at an unexpected time there?
A bit, yeah.
Yeah, no, I apologise, brother. I apologise. Is there anything that you wanted to ask at all, Adam? I didn't mean to catch you off guard.
Not particularly, no. I was just wondering, do you want to subscribe to my YouTube channel?
I like the promotion. I'm not going to lie, I admire the fucking promotion that's going on here. I think it's absolutely fantastic on many degrees. Have you got a YouTube channel?
Yeah.
Okay, would you like to tell the people your YouTube channel?
Oh, okay. You're not going to be impressed because I'm not a Liverpool fan.
Wait there, who do you support?
Everton.
Oh, so you're a bit of a shitbag. Don't worry, I petty you. It's fine. Go on, what's your...
But I am my channel, and the contact.
Nah,
that
thank
way
you.
do.
Thank you, Adam. I hate your team. I'm only messing with you. Nah, hey, Adam, you're my G. What's your YouTube channel, lads? I'm sure that I'm not gonna lie, I don't know how nice the Liverpool fans will be with you though, only cause the team and all that. But they'll get you some subs.
It is. We are the Goodison gang.
We are the Goodison gang. Sounds like a bit of a mini gang, like. Nah, I'm messing. Nah, Adam, I'm just being a bellend now. Right, we are the Goodison gang. Nah, that's a sick channel name, lad. I'm not even gonna lie. Wait there, what are you gonna do when you aren't in Goodison no more? Are you gonna change the name?
Yeah, what I was hoping to do is change it to something Branley Moore.
But do you know what, lads? I think that'd do. I think that's more numbers. I think that's more numbers, more subscribers. I agree.
Yeah, but at the minute I'm shitting myself because with Dyche, I don't even know, with the likes of Bill Kenwright and Far Macheri still at the club. I think this could be where we go down this season. I'm hoping not, but very near.
I'm not gonna lie, I am wishing on your downfall. Is it bad? Do you think it's bad that I'm a Scouser and I want to see Everton get relegated?
It's hard to say.
Because do you hear the argument where it's like, oh, as long as the other club's doing well, it's good for the city. I don't agree with that bullshit. I don't agree with it because it's not good for my mental health. So how is it good for the city? I'm a part of the city. And when I've got Everton fans going down my ear that they've won us in a game of footy, I weren't even around them when you beat us at Anfield and it was still fucking horrible. So that's why, like, if you go down, it's just 2 years of peace. You know what I mean, Adam? 2 years of peace. You get a chance to win a trophy and it's actually realistic. I think it's best for all parties. Do you agree?
Yeah, basically, one of my best mates from school, he's a big Liverpool fan. So what he did during Derby Day, he said to me, Daddy, I'll support Everton. I was like, are you a real red or a blue? Because he was supporting Everton. But I said to him, why the fuck are you supporting Everton if you support Liverpool?
Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, tell him to make his mind up.
Then after that, he was saying that, what was it?
Just seems like he was chatting madness. Just like, wait, so are you saying he couldn't decide what team he supported?
Yeah, but basically, he was telling everybody that he was a red. I said, but are you though? Because on Derby Day, when he came to man, he was literally cheering when Everton scored the 2-0 under Ancelotti.
Do you know what we might need to do, Adam? We might need to do like an interrogation debate. So me and you will debate and he's got to sit there and listen the whole time until he makes a choice on a team that he needs to support. What are you saying?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah,
I agree. Adam, it was a pleasure having you on the channel, mate. Thank you so much for patiently waiting and giving us your YouTube channel as well, because people can go and subscribe to it now.
All right, nice son.
Have a good one. All right, sir. Pleasure.
You too. Bye.
My guy. Oh, shout out to Adam Chatter. Isn't he lovely? Weren't he a nice gentleman? I thought he was boss him. Know what I mean? For an Everton fan, he was all right. My name is Dean. Now, I've read that one. Right, let me read this one. Tom is the guy who destroys who Sammy is. That is correct. That is accurate assessment. Hamez, thoughts on Xabi Alonso as the next Liverpool manager? Me gusta. But let me get me next guest in and he can help me answer. Malek K-Mac, bruv.
I don't want Everton to go down because that's like 6 points every season. Like, you really want to throw away 6 points every season?
It's a great point. It is. No, listen. I understand the premise. I think that's. I think I might be shooting myself in the foot. But don't you think this?
And whenever we get them in like a quarter final as well, we always win. So I don't really want.
The Curtis Jones was a good moment. It was a good moment. We could still get them in a quarter final if they were in the championship.
No, but I mean, we always beat them, so
that's right.
So I want them to stay. Like, you know what I mean?
Chat, do you agree with me or do you agree with K-Mac? K-Mac, I was thinking about getting you in for this question. I remember that you had good analysis last time, so I thought it'd be good to delve into you on this one specifically. Hamez, thoughts on Xabi Alonso as next LFC manager? I find it too premature to discuss these things in detail. That being said, I think Xabi Alonso, regardless good or bad, let's say good, because he'd have to be good to join us. I think he goes to Real Madrid also.
Didn't Gerrard have like a good couple of seasons at Rangers? You know, do we really want to go that soon? I don't think so.
Nah, big up to Shane. No,
I'll tell you what though, tell you what, Tom talks some fucking sense, man.
Oh, we are. So we've got another. Do you know what, lad? He's a big deal. He's a big deal, man. Do you think he beat me? Because I was trying to say Kimmich. Do you agree with the Kimmich point, or was it just the all-round thing about Takore that you agree?
Look, we're not going to sign Kimmich because he's on 350 grand a week.
Right, I get this and I understand this. I agree with this. I agree. I'm just saying that. Do you think, as a player, that there's a way we could make it work with Kimmich in our team?
If we can get Kimmich to play right back, because he's a really good right back.
That's what I was thinking.
Nah, but playing as a right back, but he's kind of wasted then, isn't he? So you're kind of wasting a lot of the stuff that he can do in the centre of the bar, pushing him out on the right. But we can't play a double pivot with him and Trent. They're basically like mirror image. They do a lot of the same things.
No, I get you.
For me, like, I'm a little bit worried. I'm a little bit worried at the moment, and it's a number of things, and the biggest one is the media. Like, there's now shit coming out about the Nike deal. Like, is this not all big distractions again? Everything seems to be a distraction with Liverpool, taking you away from really what's happening. Like, everyone's looking over there, and it's actually over there where you want to be looking. And
that's right.
My problem now is we have money, and we're not spending it. We have money. Like, we had 50 million for Lavia. Now we've got another 50 million. Where's that money going? We're not linked with any right backs. We're not linked with any left centre backs. We're not linked with any DMs that are any good. Like, we seem to be linked with loads of crap players that we're just not going to sign. We're just not going to sign those players. So they've been given to the press for a reason.
Yeah.
Who are we going to sign? Is it going to be another rabbit out the hat that no one's even heard of?
Yes, that's who I think. That's who I think. I think the club don't know yet, so it's impossible for us to know yet. Either it's someone who we have been linked with, and they're just indecisive, and they're trying to see which would be the best deal. And then I also believe that it's a conflict of, like you said, so how much other positions or how many other positions in the team do we need to improve? Because there's a centre-back situation, there's a right-back situation, which we could more than address, depending on what the system is. So because we don't know the system, and then because we don't know who we're actually going to be bringing in right now, there's no way. I think for me, I'm sitting here thinking, like, let me just wait till that first game of the season, and then I'll make more of an accurate assessment.
Well, it's a bit late then, isn't it? Because they haven't done a pre-season with Klopp. And the biggest thing for me is, what the fuck is George Smack doing? Like, all we're seeing is George Smack on the touchline. Like, are you not supposed to be a director of football? Like, being in an office, ringing people up? Like, what the hell are you doing?
I was thinking that,
are you taking Pep Linda's job?
That you just said that. I was thinking, like, I swear he should be, like, working right now. You know what I mean?
He shouldn't even be in the country.
But you know what, though? I just think we need to... I understand. See, I don't like to put an emphasis on, like, they have to play pre-season. They're going to play in training. They're going to play the game soon enough. Like, they'll be fine. In my opinion, I just want to see someone get through that door. I'll make the assessment on how good I think that someone is when it gets there. But the one thing that I think people aren't talking about, so I agree with you on the front of possibly leaving it a bit too late. But then I also want to raise that there's not enough concern for me around the centre-back situation. I just don't understand. Yeah. Like, I done a video earlier, and I mentioned how 3 of our centre-backs are injury-prone. I forgot to mention Kanate, so we've got Kanate as well. But then I'm sitting there thinking, don't really trust Matip. Not a big fan of Joe Gomez. In fact, I think he's a liability when he plays. And then Virgil, I can never guarantee that he's going to get better. And if we're going to get the version of Virgil that we've been getting, remember me words, chap, before you, Virgil, sexual, start getting on to me. I'm saying, if the Virgil we've been getting is the same Virgil we are going to get next season.
Have you got pants on?
We have to. Well, yeah, sure.
Okay.
Sure. I know. I think that's sometimes.
I was thinking you just going commando on your show.
Hey! Listen, if it was fully commando, at least that's the great thing about creating your own show. You know what I mean? You get to sit there in your bills. But yeah, I think the defensive issue is one that people aren't talking about. You know.
Okay, so I'm gonna name a couple of players. All right. And I think these guys basically put us back where we need
Sorry
to
interrupt you. This is mad, this, isn't it? Joe Gomez is our longest serving player right now.
He is.
He
is. Yeah, he is. That's wild. That is wild.
To be fair,
I'm surprised Tom didn't come out with that stat.
I know, yeah, with all his knowledge. I'm really
He was
surprised.
Gomez
He
was
was
a Kenny signing, wasn't he?
Nah. He was a Brendan Rodgers signing.
Was he Brendan Rodgers?
Brendan Rodgers signing.
Oh,
But
okay.
still, though, the fact that he's the
Yeah.
only one remaining from that year is wild. That's actually true as well. Sorry, what was you going to say there? You were
Okay,
going to name a
So
few players.
Tom brought up a couple of destroyers. Well, he brought up a destroyer, Decore.
Yes.
He's a Malian international, by the way. He's not French. So that worries me anyway,
Yeah.
because we haven't had a good run with African midfielders in the past.
I hear what you're saying.
So I mean, there's a guy that we could just go and get, like literally right now, Tyler Adams. Like, just go and get him from Leeds. Like, he's available. He'll want to leave. They want Nat Phillips. You could probably throw in a deal getting him like 10 million off. Like, he's brilliant. Okay. And then there's another guy who Melissa Reddy talked about, which she might not meant to have mentioned his name, but it's Florentino Luis. Now, this guy complements Adams. So Adams isn't that great at the passing and the possession side of things, but he's the destroyer. Well, Florentino Luis is basically a Rodri regen. He is. All his stats on StatBomb are exactly the same as Fabinho's when he was in peak 2018-2020 form. And the thing about it is, if we're going to sign players, let's sign them from clubs that will sell players. And Benfica will sell a player. Like, Leipzig will sell a player. Like, these teams sell players. Dortmund sell
We've
players.
got good relationships with those teams as well.
Like, you offer them, there's a price on every player's head. Brighton will sell players. You know, stop going for like Chelsea and teams like that. You're just never going to get a player from them. So, or Real Madrid, like, it's just pointless. PSG, Inter Milan, Bayern Munich, pointless. They don't sell players. So you go for a player that's at a club that you can buy. And also, Inacio, he's got a release clause for 39 million. He can play left back and centre back.
He has a
Portuguese international.
he has a release clause that's active.
Yeah, 39 million. Florentino Ruiz has got a 109 million euro release clause. They've all got release clauses. Then you've got Andre Silva, who plays for Benfica, who's the Portuguese centre back. That wonder kid. He's at the same club. I'm just saying, like, these are just names.
Nah, the options.
These
You're
are
right.
players
So there's no excuses
that have got release clauses that we could go and sign instead of arsing around with Colwell. And also, I don't think Tom didn't mention, Chelsea are looking to buy Mark Gay back from Crystal Palace because he's got a buyback clause on him, because they're having a centre back issue now because they've lost another defender.
Yeah.
In Fofana, who's just never fit. So they've lost him for a couple of months. So they're looking to get Mark Gay back to them. So if they sign Mark Gay, then Crystal Palace probably don't need to sell Decore. So that's a case of Chelsea might scupper that deal if we are looking at him.
Of course.
But for me, Caicedo is just there. Like, his manager said last season he's getting sold. Like, his manager has already bought his replacement. Like he is there. Go and buy him, and you've literally got Brighton's midfield from last season, plug and play. Like, McAllister works well with a Caicedo. And the interesting thing about Caicedo as well, if you look at Caicedo's stats with the guy that they sold to Tottenham. Oh, who was that guy called? The midfielder, DM.
Who from to Tottenham? Brighton. Basuma.
The pair of them are identical.
Yeah.
Like, their stats are identical for when they both played for Brighton.
Yes.
He went off a cliff when he moved to Tottenham. Caicedo could go the exactly the same way. It could be McAllister that makes them as good as they are.
Yes.
At Brighton. Well, we already know because we've got McAllister. So it just makes no sense at all why we don't just go and pay the 85 million. Because that's why Chelsea can't get him, because they won't pay the 80 million.
We've shot ourselves in the foot as that is the going rate. People say to me, what's the valuation of this player and what's the value? It really is. Like, I always like to use the reference of beauty is in the eye of the beholder. And if you want to put some makeup on that bitch, then it's really however much you want to you want to set the price as. And if these clubs identify we need a CDM, they identify we've just sold Fabinho for 40 million, they identify we've released a lot of wages, weekly wages, or we freed up a lot of weekly wages in our team, then they are going to take that into accordance. Okay, so you wanted Lavia, you also wanted X, you wanted Y, and now you're coming in for Decore, and you think we're just going to lowball our price because they've got no agency to sell Decore, and then they've also got no real want, and they know that, well, actually, we can keep this guy for another year. He benefits us, and then we can probably still sell him for a similar price next year, and they're probably not too desperate to get that money in the short term. That's why.
But also look at the Caicedo thing, okay? Because people need to comment on this on the chat because this is really important.
Go on, chat.
We do not like spending money, okay? We don't like spending money and we don't like getting ripped off.
Yes.
We just ripped Brighton off. We just saved 35 million on McAllister. Are you trying to tell me that you wouldn't spend an extra 35 million on their prized asset in Caicedo? Because I know I would. I know that if I'm going to give anyone money, I'll give the club that I've just ripped off a bit extra. So I'd offer 85 million for Caicedo. I'd offer more than Chelsea are. And guess what? I'm pretty sure Brighton would sell him because the manager said he's leaving and we've already got a great relationship with Tony Bloom. He's literally just took Milner and Lallana the last couple of seasons and we've just bought McAllister off them. It just makes perfect sense. If you're going to spend 120 million, then you buy those two players because they are worth 120 million together. There's no doubt. Like, as soon as we weren't getting linked with Jude Bellingham anymore, I was sat there thinking, that money's got to go on Caicedo and McAllister. That just makes perfect sense. I'm looking at all the players we need. We need two midfielders. They're both sat there at Brighton. Their managers literally just said they're leaving. They're available. Go and get them both.
Get them. That's a shout. We're getting strong panels on this show. It's annoying as well, because I get people waiting. So, K-Mac, have I got you on anything?
For me, makes up for Fabinho and Henderson. He replaces two players for me. He's that good. And he can play as a right back as well. Did you see him against Man United last season? I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I rate him as much as you rate him, but it's one that I'd be willing to discuss more. K-Mac, I rate him with McAllister. That's the thing. I rate him.
I get. Yeah, you know that they do well together, and you know that
if we didn't have McAllister, I'd be a little bit wary. But because we've got McAllister,
I know what you're saying. Systematically, he just fits in the right place. Like that's the idea that you're thinking. I get you. So you think it? So do you believe in the concept we're going to play with a double pivot next season?
You know what? I did want to start the
in possession. Like even if we change it, say it's a 4-3-3 out of. Say if it's out of possession a 4-3-3, but then in possession a pivot. Do you think we'll do that?
I mean, do you even know what formation we played in that pre-season? Like at one stage, it looked like we were playing 2-4-4.
Nah, you're right. There
was no defenders. Like what the hell was Shimmercast doing? I don't even know what Conor Bradley was doing after match. Yeah. Seriously, like I watched that game and I'm like, you can't get anything out of that. Apart from Nunez doesn't like the ball given to him on the right hand side.
He said it, chat. He fucking said it. He said it, not me. K-Mac, I thought they were some excellent points. K-Mac, I was going to say, have I got you on anything? Have I got you on Insta or Twitter?
I didn't get in touch with you. Sorry, mate. I will do that.
Oh, nah, sweet. Defo do. Defo. No, I'm being deadly serious too, because I'm trying to make some regular show. Because aren't we finding some gems off this stream? We could make a great show somewhere down the line here. We've got Albert, we've got you, we've got Tom Little.
You should just get a Scousers show. Because there's not that many. It'd be cool.
That's right. I feel like that'd be good. But I need to make a few shows. Where people have got good points and we can engage in them. And there's more time to engage in the point. Now, lad, 100% message me. Remind me, have you got a YouTube channel?
I have, yeah. It's K-Mac channel. It's on my
K-Mac channel right there, chat. It's underneath. It's literally on his camera. So where it says JRTV for there, it's there for him. So go subscribe to his channel. K-Mac, any final words before you want to dusty, son?
No. I just up the Reds. Like, come on,
the fucking Reds. Let's actually buy some.
And by the way, fuck everyone who's been disrespectful to Henderson and Fabinho. They have been fucking legends for us. So fuck you all.
Chat.
K-Mac saying anything against those two. They leave you as legends and heroes.
I agree. Yeah. I agree. That is a legend. K-Mac, are you a hensosexual?
Look, Hendo's been shit for a while, but he was a legend for us.
No, he's a legend. He's a legend. He's a legend. No, I think it's fine. It's fine. I'm a Thiago sexual. I was a Hendo sexual. I'm just not a Hendo sexual now. That's all. I'm happy that he's gone.
Did he shout at you?
Who, Henderson? He would have if he got the chance. See the video of him shouting at Alisson and Hussam was fuming today.
You want to see the video of him? You want to see the video of him when he's shouting at Virgil? Virgil like literally cowers down to him. Like that's just pure respect.
Nah, they do respect him in there. Even when
Pure
Trent
respect.
came in, he was like, "Where's Capitano?" You know what I mean? He was asking where he was.
Pure respect. When Jones came back, have you seen it when Jones came back?
I did. But what did he say exactly again? Did he say,
"Where's my Henderson? Like, where's my Henderson?" Ah!
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I've seen a bit of a different side to how the players look for Henderson. You know what I mean? Like I've seen a little bit of a different.
I did a tribute show to him and Fabinho yesterday on my channel, so I did a lot of research on him, and man, he's let him go and make some money. Like it's all right with me.
Can I give you one very fun hypothetical?
Yeah, go on. Oh, I've got a fun fact about Henderson that you might not know. When he got his captain armband at Liverpool, the same day he was on the FIFA cover with Messi, 2016. The same day he got his captain's armband for Liverpool.
That's wild. That
I'll leave it on there.
That's a good one. That's a good one. I was gonna ideal world. Last thing before you go, K-Mac.
Yeah. Go.
Ideal world. Jordan Henderson wins the league every season with Steven Gerrard in Saudi. He becomes his assistant manager. They come to Liverpool. We battered everyone. Gonna happen?
I mean, last season it was that bad at the start of the season with Klopp. I was like, can it be any worse with Gerrard? I was like, would Gerrard make that sub? Would Gerrard play three at the back? I don't know.
Yeah. And think about it. If we had Gerrard earlier, maybe the other manager, whoever that may have been, could have beat Man City on the final day of the season.
I mean, I was sat there thinking, can we sign Gerrard for our midfield at one stage?
Nah, I was actually saying I suggested this as an idea. I thought this was actually a really good thing to talk about. Nah, K-Mac, defo message me and we'll sort something out. But for now, have a good one. All right, brother.
You too, man. You too. Big show, man. Big up. Big up
all
the chatters.
Big up to him. He gave you all a big up as well. Go and follow his channel, which was K-Mac channel. I believe that was his thing. K-Mac channel. That's correct. And then, yeah. Shout out to everyone out. Let me give my boy. Yo, fam. Fuck off, Sam. We tried, lad. We tried. Chat, I'm gonna leave it there. It's been an amazing stream full of loads of stuff. I've got to read out a few more super chats, however, as El Emirati has been a gentleman waiting on this one for a little minute. So does it look no further? So does it look no further purchases coming in? Does it look like there's no further purchases coming in? And any updates on Colwill? The updates on Colwill is that he's very likely to stay at Chelsea. Chelsea just don't want to sell him. So even if we really want him, which I believe to be the case, I just don't think we're going to be able to even access that transfer. And in terms of any more purchases coming in, yes. And there's no definitive news. I don't even think the club know who they definitively want. But yes, I do think we're going to go out there and get another player. And one of significance. But thank you for the super chat. And just thank you to absolutely every chat. I don't even think you understand. I got to sit back tonight. I got to sit back. You guys got to entertain. You guys got the show as big as it is. We're maintaining 350 people, chat. We had a peak of 450 people at the stream. It really is amazing. I can't thank you enough. God's doing so much in my life at the moment. I was even going to say at the start of the stream, I had the past few days to why I never stream, chat. I just had loads going on mentally. I only want to tell you this because you probably think James is always happy. But then if you really follow me, you'll understand. You'll probably think I've got bipolar or something. You're like, why is James happy one day and sad the next? And it's because I'm on the journey of Christ, chat. You know what I mean? And there's ups and downs that come along with that. And I know that you aren't all Christians, and I don't want to Bible bash you. And I want to give all the love in the world to me Muslims, to me Jews, to shout out to atheists. I don't know how you understand that nothing collided with nothing and created everything that we've seen. But I absolutely admire just people who are good people, man. You know what I mean? We're all looking for the same thing. We're all looking for answers. And yeah, chat, I just had a little stumbling block the past few days, you know what I mean? But whenever I come back on stream, you just give me something to look forward to, something to be excited about. And I feel like we've got a proper little family going on here. You know what I'm saying? Use a boss, mate. Use a boss always. And if you can smash those likes on the way out, that's great. But even if you just come in to leave a comment, that's amazing, by the way. Because you're adding to the stream to some sort, whether you agree, disagree, like me, don't like me. It's adding to the content. So thank you. And yeah, man. Jesus loves you. As always, you know the dance. And chat, if you're a real one, this only goes to the real G's. If you're not a real one, then go fuck yourself. But if you can leave a comment, the second this stream finishes and the comment section pops up, leave a comment. I'll like them all. I'll see them all. I'll read them all. But it just gets it more in the algorithm. So 2 things. Leave a like and leave a comment once this stream is done, which will be now. But shout out to Paniscaus. Shout out to Esther. Shout out to Eric Sevenhag, Drunk Vigo. Shout out to absolutely everyone. And I apologise to the gentlemen who have waited to come in the stream and haven't came in. Hopefully your opportunity will arise in the future. Also, chat, one thing that you can let me know in the comments is, do you want to see this more often, to where the first hour it's me and you, and then the second hour it's me, and then I bring you guys on? Let me know if you like that, because we found a few gems that we can get on the channel in the future. I appreciate you all. And shout out to Albert. Albert, did you leave your Twitter? No, wait there before I go. Did you leave your Twitter, Albert? I need to make sure that I've got your Twitter. Please DM me. Albert, we're going to sort this because I've got your thing now, Albert. So chat, if any of you can get it in, or Albert, if you can leave it in the chat right now. Boss. Going forward, we will get you guys more on the show as well, okay? You's happy with that? Boss. Everyone's saying, yeah. Okay, chat, I'm going to leave it there. God bless every single one of you, and I will see you soon, okay? Don't forget